Okay, guys, we're live. Um, Here's a video of Mike Rumor talking about me, One Gun, on the stream, which was involved in like trashing me. Clearly, he doesn't want to bring me over. That's fine if that's how he feels about it. But I don't like that people are doing this sort of armchair diagnosis stuff. I don't like the people that are like, oh, I was trying to like calm him down, trying to save him. I don't need any of that. I'm a grown man, and reality of the situation is that the way that everyone keeps framing things simply are not the truth. Like he says, like every day it's a thing with Liam. Yeah, it is, but I'm not the guy provoking it. And you're on a stream right now with a man that posted edited, doctored conversations, things that weren't true, things that have been debunked. We went over it all earlier today, and it was covered earlier on Frog Tony's channel as well. And I'm being painted as a piece of shit, I guess, once again. So I'm just going to let my wife talk to you guys, because clearly if I do it, I'm crazy and provoking shit. It's not that other people went on a stream and then told everyone that I'm crazy and stuff. Like, pretty disrespectful. I think that I've been pretty reasonable with Matt. And, as it is, one of the things that really surprised me, I'll just say, from the brief clips and stuff that I've seen through here, is that One Gun really doesn't understand that I don't want him in my life. He's like, oh, I've tried to get along with Liam. And it's like, you literally just posted a bunch of lies and propaganda about me. And then on the same stream going, oh, it's other people gassing him up and all of this. Is this gassing me up? Am I going to other people's streams and doing this stuff? Am I posting long diatribes about other people? It's just kind of like there's no respect for me, you know what I mean? And there's no respect for the situation. And so I'm just going to let my wife talk about it, since clearly what I say doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So my wife's there. She can see what's going on. She's shy about it and nervous and doesn't like doing this stuff. But here we go. Here we go.
And I think a lot of people, they bring their baggage to Comicsgate. Like, and then they kind of, I don't know, overlay it onto Comicsgate. Like, Vicky's clearly got a problem with EVS and shit.
Exactly.
And Mandy.
Yes.
Doesn't mean the rest of the community shit deserves to be shat on.
Yeah, she will shit on. She will shit on you if you say like I have no problem with any of these.
One second, this is like they're talking about Vicky.
I don't because what that's on them. There's most of it has to do with.
Hey, I'm on now. What's going on, man?
Yeah. So
sorry, I'm a little distracted.
I know you don't normally do this. If you want to say anything, you just pause it by clicking the mouse, and then unpause it to have them talk again.
Okay.
Getting some lunch for my wife and I, so I'm not on camera right now. But yeah, man, thanks for having me on.
Oh yeah, anytime, man. So today, Liam made a video saying I'm provoking him or whatever, attacking him, whatever. But the thing about it is that he went through my whole post I did and didn't address some of the issues that were in the post, but instead he kind of like glossed over it and was just saying everything was lies when there's actually documentation, there's actually proof that he did these things. I mean, the whole reason why I made that post is to go through his behavior and not to tell people not to work for him, but to take caution in a professional manner. He claims he's a professional. He claims he does all this stuff. But as a professional, I'm telling people like, well, this is what you should watch out for before you go work for Link. I'm not trying to attack them. I'm just warning other artists before they do work for them.
Yeah, no, it's funny, like being in CG and stuff, but kind of, working for so many years instead of like being any front facing type of person. I've kind of been like outside of the Comicsgate Kings shit with the tracing and crap. I kind of really been like fairly distant from the Liam stuff, but
yeah, now
that I'm kind of in this situation where one of the things is that, I have to fly him out. It's like, it's now affecting me. It's a weird thing because I'm not fully aware of it. So I've just been trying to, get my bearings on this whole situation with everyone and everything and try to figure out where it started.
Man, let me be totally clear right now. I'm not asking you or trying to tell you to stop dealing with Liam. I'm not telling you not to bring him out to the fans fest. It's something between you and him. He agreed on, you agreed on, and he should still do it regardless of whatever I say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things where obviously if it gets to beyond the point of being reasonable, which is
press the button.
Yeah. Yes. So, hello everyone. By the way, yeah, they talk about him like, and these people don't really know him, and they reckon they know absolutely everything about Liam and how he should do everything. And yeah, it's very annoying how they always need to tell him what to do instead of supporting him. They always have to tell him what to do all the time.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
And they think they know everything about him. And they think there's something wrong with him, which I think there's something wrong with them.
Yeah.
We'll keep going, I think.
Yeah. Thanks, Lee.
Does that sound right?
Well, it's just your opinion.
It's been an issue for a while now. It was like, I think the first day I told him about John Malin requesting him, him and Frog Tony, like the next day we're on stream talking about like fighting people and shit. And, so I'm just like, oh, fucking hell. And now it's been like, he's spiraling. He's going through whatever the fuck it is he's going through. Right. But to me, it's been seeming, and again, man, if for whatever reason this ends up in front of him, I don't really care. But it's one of those things where it's like, I've been on his stream a few times, and like
here's the thing that I'd like to say. Here's the thing I would like to say.
Yeah.
What spiraling am I doing? I keep being told that I'm spiraling and out of control and all of this other stuff. I turn my internet on. I'm told that I'm kicked out of everything because other people said and, made accusations against me. I'm out on my ass, and then I'm blamed for going, well, then fine, I'm out of my ass.
Yeah. You kick someone out, and then you say, oh, what are you doing outside? I was like, well, you just put me out here.
Yeah.
You can't tell people to go and then say, what are you doing out here?
Yeah.
And then say, come back in. Oh, no, don't like you. Go again.
We've been dealing with police and stuff constantly. That's what we've got to do today after this.
Yeah.
We're dealing with constant police stuff. You're saying like Matt, you're saying that you're trying to get to the bottom of what's going on, but clearly you have not watched my videos wherein I have extensively explained what's going on in the last week or so. I've had a tell-all where people that were involved in it came forward and told you what it was happening from within inside it.
You're very open about it.
I've gone into what's going on with the police, the threats against my kids, the threats against my wife, the threats against me, the trespass, the vandalism. I've explained all of this over and over. And now I'm being told that I'm in a spiral and there's something wrong with me and all this crazy stuff, when in reality, Matt, straight up, you know what it is? You're being pressured and influenced by other people, and you don't want to say what's going on, right? Either you haven't seen it, like why would you go to a channel, Matt? Respectfully, why would you go to a channel that is lying about me not paying my artists, which has been proven to be false, which has been proven repeatedly to be lies by me showing bank statements? That is soundboarding all of this stuff deliberately to get me to spiral in the way that you're saying that I am. And then, listen to as if it's a credible criticism of me. At the end of the day, these people don't even understand that I simply do not want them in my life. They do not respect my boundaries, But anyway, what do you got to say about it, Mrs.?
Oh, yeah, it's still similar along those lines. It's like, you're very patient with these people, and you're not doing crazy stuff and threatening people like other people are, like what people are doing to us. Like, you never threaten to stalk other people's houses and all that, or go and take it out of the internet land. And if you want to know, and also I agree with Liam, like if you want to know what's really going on, you have to get the facts from the actual people. Not you can't get facts from people who don't like him. Fine, get the facts from the right place, so you can make an informed decision. If you want to know, ask us. Well, maybe it blocked you, but I don't know. But I'm sure if you before, Liam would, if you ask, Liam will explain it. Then you can make your own informed decision. But like everyone doesn't seem to do that, and that makes it hard. And you just make up your own decision without getting the facts.
And the thing is, how do I have the time to do everything they're saying?
Exactly, and that's another thing. You do have a life beyond the internet, and you are a very busy person, believe it or not. And like, it's easy for everyone to tell everyone else how to run their lives. Liam doesn't tell everyone how to run their lives. And you may be all here for books. You seem to forget what you're here for. For writers, you may be writers and creators and stuff, and comic book writers.
Not with this.
Not this. No. Explain.
Past week or two,
Yeah.
trying to
I've
get
seen it.
him to stop, like trying to get him in a headspace that isn't
Damaging to him.
just like completely self-destructive, and
Yeah. Well, I don't think Liam gets into that state. The reason he does get in that state is because you guys push him to the point, because no one listens. And no one seems to understand when to leave people alone. Don't keep pushing and pushing and pushing to the point that he gets in a self-destructive state. But Liam does know how to calm himself down. Like, he's not a baby, and he knows all the tools and all that. But like, he's just human. If anyone really gets up at anyone constantly, you do react. And he wears his heart on his sleeve, and this stuff is very passionate to him, and his family is very passionate to him, and doesn't like people messing with it, which most people are like that. Yeah.
Yeah, just say whatever you want, and there's no rules. Like, what are they going to do? Stalk us more?
Well, that's true.
Just say what you want to say and let it be heard, and let people that are actually listening hear.
If anyone cares to listen.
Anyone that's caring about what's going on. But this is the sort of stuff I'm talking about. Like, here's the thing. It's like, it's not anyone else's job. It's not like anyone else's job to get me into any sort of headspace. All I need is support from people, and people that are interested in what I'm doing. I don't need criticism.
You don't need people to fix the
I
problem.
don't need people that don't understand our life or what's going on. Especially, I don't need people that don't believe us, telling me to do things that are the opposite of what's good for me, right? Like, I see a professional. I speak to a therapist, I don't need, like, people that don't know or believe what's going on. Or people that are like, hey, we want this guy to kill himself. So, and then they're going to like spin it around. And
so no, we really do care about
well, we really do care, but like, really, we want him off the internet to die and all this nonsense. And they say that openly to each other, but then they come on air and act like it's a big thing. And I just don't understand why Matt would go here to a video directly labeled at targeting me and vent his frustrations. When I've had him on, I've been polite and civil to.
So he's not blocked.
No, Matt Matt can talk to me. He's the guy that was going to fly me over for the Fans Fest.
Oh.
And here he is with these guys, sort of agreeing with them about, like, basically saying my chat. They're saying.
But see, I asked.
Yeah, they say that there's like 15 guys in my chat that are all gassing him up and all of this, and it's like, no, these are people that have seen everything that you haven't. Like, these are people that have been around long enough to know what's going on. They're not gassing me up. I'm not making this stuff up. I'm not delusional. I'm not attention seeking. which is what's the most frustrating part of all of this.
No.
But that's how it's being portrayed rather than what's actually going on.
Yes,
So-
and it,
There's like, who knows what's going on? I know what's going on. You know what's going on. Your parents know what's going on.
no.
You know, like
But you
Ella
can
knows
ask
what's going
Lamb.
on. But like, none of these people
Ah.
actually know what's going on.
That is
Right.
hearsay, and no, as everyone keeps saying, you don't believe everything you see on the internet. You
Exactly.
ask.
And I tell them what is going on,
Like,
and they
if
call
you
it a
wa-
lie.
Yeah, exactly.
So
If you worry, you ask them.
you know, if these people really want to know what's happening, but anyway,
I think there was a stream a couple days ago where Scribe jumped on there and Carbon Heart with me, and we kind of actually ended it in a place, but then like right after you made that post, he was back up again with it, and I'm just, it's
So the post that he's talking about is
Yeah,
the
check it
post
out.
which accuses me of not paying my artists, of
Oh,
having a sexual
like bringing all
relationship
that
with
back
Nerd
up.
Wonder. Yeah, it's all the stuff that's already been debunked, and all the other stuff. And
That's
so
like-
I did a
that's
stream
old
showing
news.
that that's not what's going on, as you've heard.
Yeah, and that's all old stuff too. That's on the past.
Yeah, from like 7 or more years ago.
And you debunked it, and you've done everything. And I thought that was over and done with.
Well, the goal is, they're hanging out with Micah Curtis now, and Micah Curtis is
That's
filming
right,
them
brought him back from the dead. Yeah.
to cause trouble. And it's like now they're trying to say that like it's just it's gay ops, right?
And no, it just goes round and round. And
The same way he said that this stuff's on my Discord server. Well, on Frog Tony's channel, we'd mentioned One Gun 3 times in the course of a year. 2 of the times it was in response to art that he had shared. So
Yeah.
it just, they're talking about like all this stuff that's going on with me, and they're gaslighting other people into thinking stuff, and it's getting in the way of what was going to be a really fun experience and a really meaningful experience for me going back to the US, right? But
Yeah.
now Matt sort of wants to position himself and like, oh, Liam's making this hard for me. Well, what have I actually said or done that is the issue? You know, like have a bunch
They
of
have
other
made
people.
it hard for Liam.
Yeah,
Liam has followed done everything right. It's them that's making it hard for you. It's like he's probably done genuine. Well, I'm sure there's a few others, of course it would be. But there's only a handful of the genuine ones, and the rest of you just seem to be hang-oners and making it really hard. You want to do this. This is something that is very special. He doesn't want to be ruined by people and their rumors. And just, yeah, because this means a lot to Liam, because it's these other families over there, you see. Not just comic books, there's a whole. It's done me a whole nice thing that he really wants to do. Yeah.
it's gotten to a point where I kind of just feel like he's trying to purposely make it so that there's no feasible way I can bring him out and it not like be ridiculous.
He's doing this stuff because he wants sympathy from his audience. He makes money off of sympathy. Let's
well, what do you have to say about that, wife?
Was it make money off sympathy?
Yeah, apparently I'm doing it because I want sympathy, and we make our money off sympathy. That's
Oh, well, you're not a teenager girl. That's what they do. It's like, no, well, I don't think so. You're just saying what's happening. It's just we don't want any of this stuff to happen. It just keeps. We don't really want anyone's sympathy. It just it keeps happening. We just want it to go away, but
Yeah.
no one seems to listen.
Yeah.
No matter what we say.
no matter what we say, no matter if we ask politely, no matter if we yell, no matter what we do.
Every day it's like Groundhog Day. It's back on again.
Yeah.
Can't
And it's got
shake
nothing
it.
to do with us. We just wake up to it, you know?
Yeah. Like you're just reporting what you see.
And then
You don't
people
want
say,
to
well,
sympathy.
don't report what you see. I did that for over 9 months with John Delarose. And to this day, half of the shit that's being reported on right now is all of John Delarose's talking points that are deliberately
know.
misrepresented, distorted about what's going on, and intentional gay ops, a lot of which were engineered by the Inspect Element tool and are not real conversations that even occurred. But,
Okay.
you know, who cares about any of that? No one? That's right. You know, no one. And why would Liam get upset about that, right? And I'm gonna just let you go for a bit. You know how to pause it. Just press this here.
How
I need to
much
just-
longer does it go for?
Yeah,
no.
he sits on his stream and makes money off of
I'm gonna
it.
go
He wants
for-
people to feel sorry for him, give him money, and discredit anybody who has any type of harsh criticism against him. That's just how he works. That's how he is, and he's never going to stop it. He will stop it when he sees there's no more money in it. When people start seeing there's no more value, you sitting back and saying all these people are doing things to you that they can't possibly do. When people start realizing that and stop watching him and stop giving them money, then he will change. But until then, as long as he has his HUD box over there, he's going to continue it.
I don't know if I agree. I think like you know, my wife, right? My wife teaches kids with disabilities. Like her school's half, you know, kids who because I'm not good with my words like that. Half retards and half kids who are gonna end up in prison. And again, if you have kids with disabilities, I apologize. It's for me it's late. For everyone else it's early.
But that's what I do on Tuesdays. I go out and I go out to this place where you have elderly people and you know people got like dementia and shit like that, and I do art there and I show them how to paint and stuff like that. So
my wife's looking at me. She's like, behavioral problems, man. I'm like, all right, but you know, talking with her, you know, she has kids who fall into these same like brackets, and I feel like you know, she's kind of taking a look at the Liam situation, you know, because she's always interested when I'm on these live streams and doing stuff. And it seems like you know, like we've kind of reached a consensus where it almost just seems like he's like I know you're saying if people leave, he'll stop. But I think he's just like in a self-destructive like addiction. Like it's almost like I was trying to tell him. You know who there's this other like internet lolcow, Cyrax. You ever heard of him?
I have never watched. I know about it.
Yes. And that's another thing. There's nothing wrong with Liam. He's just a very passionate person. And well, it's good that your wife works with special needs children. I have worked with special needs children. I grew up with a lot of them as well. Yes, and that may be it, but you're not a doctor, so you wouldn't know. You're guessing, a professional guess, which is I could say, but I don't think he has anything wrong with him. I think he's just very passionate and very frustrated that no one listens to what he says. So, and he doesn't really want this attention. It just seems to be there every day. And this is his way of working through it. I think, yeah. Yeah. Where'd you go?
I put it that
So
way.
like, so all the stuff that goes on with Liam, he's like times 100, right? And like to the point where people are actually getting him arrested and stuff. But pretty much everyone figured out his pattern. Everyone figured out what sets him off and how he reacts, and how every time if you do a certain thing, he will react a certain way.
Right.
Every time, like he cannot help himself.
Yeah.
And it's like I see the exact same thing with Liam, where I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like, you know, I'm able to step back in a situation and go, like what am I actually gaining from doing this other than just screaming, you know? And then, but it doesn't seem like he's capable.
Yeah.
I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think I am.
Well, I'm a lot of stuff. I know I was at where Panks. Tell him I was exactly where he was a few months ago with Liam. You know, but the thing is that like a lot of the criticism about Liam, I think a lot of it is just for content. A lot of stuff like when he brings his kid on and shit like that. Yeah, there should be. He should like. I'm not saying that he shouldn't because it's his kid and his show, and he should be able to bring his kid on and expose his kid to the world. But the way he does it is not typically the way I would do it, you know, but that's just me. You know, I don't really, there's lots of people on YouTube who bring their kids on, show their families and stuff like that. They do it in a contextual way to where it's not about like, I'm going to hate this person and tell people I hate this person. Your daughter's sitting right there. She doesn't
Yeah,
even
I
learn
don't.
that.
I don't really know. I don't really know how much of anyone who like brings like their young family online it ever turns out well. Like even if for years it does, almost like all those people always end up like being found out to be weird abusers and shit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
with him, I guess like when I started.
Well, I know what you're referring to, but we're not like those crazy American families to live in the desert. But so it's a bit rude. But the amount because Liam's shows are live and we have a 4-year-old, things happen when you're live that you can't plan. And so most of it's just happens at the time and it's not planned. It's like in an ideal world, yes, we probably would have a bit more organized, but sometimes things happen. And yeah, when Ellie does these things and she gets overexcited, we do try to control it as much as we can. But at the end of the day, she's a 4-year-old kid and they get really excited and she doesn't understand when to stop. And also with our animals as well. But this is our life. We don't hide anything. This is it. We don't show you everything, but the things we do show, we don't hide it. We'll show you, and this is it. This is us. And the stuff we choose to show, sometimes it's like, a bit chaotic, but that's just us. And we always be careful not to. Sometimes we do mistakes, but we usually are it's not all the time. And if Ellie doesn't want to do it, she doesn't have to. We never make her be on here. Usually she invites herself on here. And sometimes, yeah, she can be a bit cheeky, but she's just a 4-year-old kid. And anyone who has children would understand that working with children and animals are unpredictable. You don't know what behavior they're going to do. A bit like some people on here. But yes, I know that everyone's got their opinions, but in an ideal world, yes. But this is the real world out here, and you just capture a moment of us here, and yeah, sometimes it can be a bit chaotic, but we try not to, and we do try work on it.
I'm back.
And you come back.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
our daughter's never been exposed. Our daughter's never been naked.
Yeah.
Our
Well, that's
daughter's
right.
Never.
No, we're like very. Yeah, you make it sound worse than what it is. Like, come on, we're proper parents. Like, respect. We wouldn't let anything approach that. Probably she gets loud and noisy. She climbs over everyone, but that happens.
Yeah, their criticism is of the fact that I don't hide their behavior from her. So these people come into our lives and threaten her and threaten us and threaten people. And I do my best to shield her from it. I do my best to keep her away from it. You know what I mean? I do my best to make it fun where I can, but I would rather it not be happening at all than be forced to her or myself or anyone in the family to be exposed to it. But we don't have a choice. We do what the police have told us to do. It might not be what everyone on the internet wants us to do, but as you've seen, everyone on the internet has different opinions about what we should do, and I've found in the past, in my experience, that if I follow what people say, then bad things happen anyway. And then the people that were advising me, unsolicited advice, by the way, advice I didn't ask for, they get upset. I didn't do it the right way. It was wrong. And they start yelling at me about that. And quite frankly, I think I give my daughter a pretty good go of life. She's super advanced. She's strong. She's smart, and she had a temper tantrum like twice in, I would say, a few years. I think that's all right.
Yeah.
2 temper tantrums or 3 temper tantrums over the course of
a lot. We know a lot of
4 years.
adults do a lot more tantrums than that. So
yeah.
and she's a kid, so hopefully she'll grow out of her tantrums.
Exactly, and she'll learn. And we're not going to shelter her from this because
This is life.
this is our life, whether we choose it or not. And it's like
You just gotta know how
she
to
has to
control it.
learn how to deal with it the
Exactly.
same way that I have to learn to deal with it, and Shanna has to learn to deal with it. We don't have the option of running away and hiding from it. I've even tried that and it doesn't work, which everyone ignores, right?
Yeah.
Like we've tried running away from this. We've tried shutting this down. We've tried turning the streams off. This is like my third channel, right? I've deleted channels in the past. People ignore that. Like these guys just keep going and then want to stand there like they've got some moral high ground, or like the friendship could be repaired.
Yeah, I
It's
don't think so. I think you've done enough. It's probably best you stay in your lane, we'll stay in ours. And
that's what I've been trying to do. I don't want to interact.
and we don't give you advice. We don't tell you how to run your lives. Yeah, and like and some of you have some crazy lives. We haven't told you what to do.
Yeah.
So
Now let's get on with this.
okay.
Started noticing like the kids stuff. Not that he even brings his kid on stream, but there was like a time where I think like he lost his kid in the mall and he was going like ballistic. And I'm like, why would you not turn off your phone? Why would you stream?
Well, okay. If you want the honest answer, Matt, why did you not ask me?
Yes.
For a starter, I'm not going ballistic. If I was going ballistic, you'd hear me yelling and ranting and raving. That's
Yeah,
not
you'd
what's
probably get
going on in the
security.
video, right? I was pretty upset, but I didn't turn it off so that I had a record so that we could go back if we couldn't find her. Where was the last time she was on for the police? And
Yeah.
also, if I turn this,
It was a moment of chaos.
yeah, it was a moment of chaos and panic. And on top of it, if I didn't find her again on that stream, then you have no idea what would have happened to my social media. Everyone would have gone off their nut and been like, is Elle safe? Is Elle safe? And then everyone would have started spurging out. They would,
And
so
you
like,
didn't actually have time to do any of that. Like it happened so quick.
yeah, I just,
And then it resolved so quick.
Yeah.
And we were all high emotion.
I think it was 3 minutes, right? Like 3 minutes.
Yeah,
or
it's 3
something
minutes of
terror, of
terror.
fear, and anger.
It just
and
shows
like
how quick things
frustration.
can happen. And yeah, and we both were really a bit stressed and angry. And yeah, maybe in an ideal world, when something missing, we go, everyone stop, we'll just go turned off. But it was actually really happening. It wasn't set up. So it's like we didn't have time to stop and turn the cameras off.
I don't know if
have a
you've
little
noticed,
debrief, put our makeup on.
Yeah,
then
and I
go
don't know
look
if
for
you've
her.
noticed when I try and turn off my streams and stuff, but I'm like, how do I press the button?
Yeah.
What do I do to turn it off? That's like 5 minutes of me
And
sitting there fiddling. You
we
can
haven't
see
got
anytime I do a
time.
live stream, I was like, must find my daughter.
Yeah.
I was like, you wife, go, must find daughter. I was like scared.
Yeah, it was a bit of a scary moment, and yeah. And
but no one is even going to just even ask or just
but
treat
you
it
could
like
have just
it's
asked us
Yeah.
instead of, once again, you'd all do this. You put it on public and ask someone who doesn't like Liam or has only got bits of information, choose not to get the facts.
a guy. Not only that, a guy that is actively and purposefully lying about me to try and
Yeah.
get some sort of reaction out of me.
I know you want us to do this and talk to you like we're doing now, but we just want to get the facts, and we're not doing it to get attention. We
Yeah.
just want to make sure we got it clear what we say, because
Mhm.
yeah,
Because people
Clear.
do not present what is factually evident and true.
yes,
And like they
Hearsay.
don't represent what's going on. They repeat each other. They spiral. They spin things out. They talk about clips. They represent things in the worst possible way.
and make everything look bad. Like some things are just mistakes, unpredictable things just happen in life that you can't control. Like that day, that just
Mhm.
happened. It was an accident. Yes, there was things that we both could have done, and we both could have done. But luckily it was resolved, and luckily nothing bad happened. But it's just also just bringing awareness that you got to really pay attention. Children, because they can disappear really quick.
Like literally 5
just
seconds.
shows
Turn around and she's gone.
Exactly.
you
It
know?
just shows what you can do. And that's just in a little city, not even a major city. And
So,
we both realize that now. So, yeah. But, yeah, we didn't have time to turn the cameras off. And
I
know?
can't imagine that there's no
I haven't
one
got
that's-
time for that.
Yeah, there's
You
people
can go
that have
looking for
lost.
children.
Yeah, there's people that like lost their kids at water parks, and people that have
Yes,
lost their
that's
kids
good
in
to
the
understand.
wilderness.
The
It
cameras off.
happens, and it's
Yeah.
not an excuse, but
No,
it's like,
it
why is it
happened.
being brought up here as a loaded question when it could have just been a genuine question to me in private? Like, Liam, why didn't you turn the camera off?
Yeah.
I mean, I could have just very easily said,
hindsight, we could have done a lot of things.
yeah.
Hindsight, you could have done a hell.
I mean, that's why I was angry. That's why I was,
Yeah,
you know,
we're both
angry at you on the stream. And it's like, you know,
Yes,
why would you
I know.
broadcast this? And it's like, well, I was angry. And,
Yeah.
you know, you've got to realize as well, like, I've been having these conversations with my wife where I was expressing this frustration that she wasn't focused on what
I
she was
know.
doing, and that she was like making things harder for me rather than easier.
Yeah, well, I
And it
get
had been an
stressed
ongoing
too.
problem. Yeah, it had been an ongoing issue. Marriages aren't perfect. They don't work flawlessly.
No.
I'm not beating my missus or screaming at her face
No.
like some other people do, but I was angry as hell.
And I'm aware there's a fault. I
yeah,
wasn't paying attention to things lately. I think I was just low in iron.
yeah, she was
and
low
I
in
was getting
iron and
stressed.
stuff like that.
And I get stressed with Liam when he gets stressed. I get stressed.
yeah, and so like it
Wasn't
was just
paying
chaos.
attention.
And so we've moved through that. That
And
was a
since
period
then,
of
we've
like,
gone to the shops and we've gone to the same place. And
yeah,
all went
and our
nice and
relationship's been a lot better.
yeah,
We've
and we
been-
work together. 'cause we
But
love
it
each
just takes a point where there needs to, I had to like, you know, rouse on her. I just had to, because like
yeah.
you guys might think, well, no, but it's like, look, I tried having civil conversations about it before and it didn't work. You know what I mean? And I'll say to her, like, look, I need your help with this or that because I can't do it all at once. And she'll just be off in fairyland, you know? And, you know, I love my wife. But like that's a problem that we had in our relationship where like I was carrying too much and it was causing me to drop things. You know what I mean? I can't like stream and parent and draw and write and run the farm and do everything else. I need a helper. I need my partner to help me with that stuff, you know? Like
Yeah, 'cause
or at least her
I
stuff.
get
Like,
stressed.
so
Yeah. But
We're-
we love each other.
yeah, we love each
And we
other.
work
And it's
things
like,
through.
you know, we work through things. It's like
And
every
they're
couple
right.
has ups and downs. And, you know, like it's not like I'm beating my wife here or holding her at gunpoint or anything. You know what I mean? And like everyone seems to have all this advice where like, oh, well, what would I do? This is what I would have done. This is what
And
I
most
would have
of-
done.
So,
But like
no-
half these people don't have children. Half these people are
Yeah.
unwed that don't have to deal with this situation and aren't married to my wife. You know, like,
yeah, I'm a bit of a unique sort.
you know, like,
I can be annoying.
but nah, you're fine, sweetie. I love
No.
you. You're fine. But it's just a matter of like, it's just an uncomfortable situation to be in. Now,
Yeah.
we're not looking at the chat because we're going to have this over here to pause it and stuff. So we'll go and see what's going
Yeah, I
on
better
in
go
the
read
stream.
the chat.
But
so do that.
no, just go. We'll finish the stream.
Yeah, I don't want to
honestly.
drag on too much.
'Cause we don't wanna-
Like an actual fight between you and your significant other.
Right.
That's
right.
that is so stupid.
It's stupid and cringy, especially when you know when his daughter was like sitting in the car with his wife at night when they should have been at home, you know, recording him
Well,
walking out of the fucking police station.
Sorry, what are you gonna say?
Well, that's another thing. Obviously, you don't live. That's a practical thing. We live out of town, as Liam has told you lots. We don't live in town. We live a long way away, and that is the only time that we have. And Liam likes to talk things out, and sometimes when we talk things out, Liam likes to share it with everyone because we haven't got many people to share it with. So, you know, the modern ways to share online, and a lot of people share their feelings online, way more feelings than we've been sharing.
Yeah.
Like some people share a bit too much. And
So
like,
the thing that he's
that's what we'll do.
criticizing,
Is that-
the thing,
yeah, I don't know.
The thing he's
that's
criticizing
something I'm not
is
gonna understand.
remember how we were filming? We did the video where we're like filming and chatting, and we're leaving the groceries, and we're coming back to the second meeting with the police station because they had the hacking stuff.
Oh,
the
yes.
police
Yeah,
station
when
went
he
down,
on
right? So
yeah.
they asked us to come back like 2 hours or so later or whatever.
Oh,
it
yeah,
was,
that
right?
second visit. Yeah.
So instead of being able to go home, we're there at like 9 at night or whatever.
Yeah. Which actually
And-
wasn't that late because we had
Yeah,
to save
or 7 or whatever it was. Yeah,
It gets
and
dark early.
it gets dark
Winter.
early here. So you're like, so you're sitting in the car with Elle, right?
Oh, yeah, when Elle had a
and
tantrum.
I'm going into the police station, and
Yeah.
you're just streaming and chatting with the people to keep them
Mm.
company until I get back.
Yeah, then Elle had a
And then
breakdown.
Elle had her tantrum, That's what they're talking about.
Oh yes.
They're saying you shouldn't be at the police station. You shouldn't.
Okay. Yeah, because this is another thing I find hard to understand things. But Lynn's good at explaining things to me.
Yeah, well, it's just they're nonsense.
But yeah, well, that was because Elle was tired at the end of the day, and Elle wanted to get out of the seat, but I didn't want to unclip her because then she'll be climbing all over the car, and I can't video and control her.
Exactly,
So
it's chaos.
it's chaos. So it's like I thought, no, this is tie in, and of course, Ellie says things that likes to upset people just because she knows those, but she doesn't know half what she says. She doesn't understand, but she just knows if she says these certain things, they'll get her attention and get her people upset. But she doesn't know what she's saying.
Yeah.
She just says stuff because she knows that, like,
But But apparently I'm wrong for having you film when you're at police. They'll say it here in a minute anyway. And they're like, oh, it's all crazy and all of this. And it's like, well, yeah, if you frame it that way, if you frame it as...
if you look at everything being negative and weird,
yeah.
or it's just I'm just sitting there.
Or,
Lynn
yeah,
told me to.
we're doing our stream. We
Yeah.
drive over and I'm going into the police station, like, you know,
And then like
that's just what
record
we're
it.
doing. We've got it all documented. We've got to document everything. They tell us that
It
we
helps
have to
the
document
it helps
everything.
the police timetable and also you can get the best results for the
Yeah, this is stuff they've asked us to do. So, like, you know, again, I guess you can not believe that, but
and seeing with a 4-year-old in a car, they can get impatient.
yeah, I mean, but anyway,
To prove to everybody why do you have to prove to people you're going to the police station? Why do you have to prove that? Go to the cops, make a report, and go to fuck home with your family. There's no reason for you to be doing this shit. But you have his daughter crying about talking about killing herself. Now, how many times have I watched a Liam stream where Liam's talking about like people want him to off himself and kill himself and shit like that, and his little kid is running around the kitchen.
Yeah.
You know, where could she have possibly have learned that, Liam? You know, it's what you do that you blame others for. And then
do I make these threats to the point where we have to go to the police? I'm sorry, I misunderstand. What I meant to do is I meant to not talk about everything that's going on, be accused of things, and then be held to account for things that are ultimately beyond my control. Is that right? I mean, like, what do you think of the situation, Chen?
Yeah, that it's a tricky situation because no matter what you do, someone
It's
will
always
complain.
wrong. Yeah.
So we just do what we feel is right and what we have been advised by the authorities, not internet people. And this is what we feel right. And if we want to record when we go to the police station, there's nothing wrong with that. The police haven't said don't do it. So
They've told us to keep
they told us to do it.
documenting. They've told us to
So if we
document
want to do
everything.
that, we can do that. We can record wherever we want. It's a free country. We can, to
Yeah.
a certain extent. And like we always record, it's public place.
And we
And
weren't
we're
just
not-
recording the police station. We were recording all the way to
Yeah.
there, talking and listening to music and everything.
And we're
Like,
just capturing in the moment. Like it's for like people capture what Australian family does.
what it looks like.
What's it look like over here? Because like,
At
you
7
guys
PM,
do it all the
like-
time and show us what America looks like. So we just do it back to you. So we just show, everyday stuff is a bit more fun and lighthearted than always
Than this, sitting
And
here
this-
and just
just
forming conspiracy
and
theories
finding-
and
exactly
yeah,
talking about
attacking, which is
people.
what One Gun is doing, attacking and
Yeah.
then claiming victimhood. Like,
Instead, wouldn't you much rather watch a video of, us going shopping? I know it's a bit dorky, but at least it's fun and lighthearted and you feel good at the end of the day and you learn some fun Aussie facts
you
about
see,
food.
you see the prices of the food or
and
whatever,
you
what's
can do
going on,
like comparisons. And
and then
that's-
take something like that and then reframe it as like,
and you turn it into a bad thing. It's just a fun, look
my
what
daughter
look at
wanted to
this.
pressure my daughter wanted to pressure
turn
my
everything bad all the
wife
time.
into letting her out of the car seat, and when she
Yeah.
wouldn't do it, she threw a tantrum.
and just
and
says
now
things.
you're- And now you're making it out that like all this other stuff, and then you want me to be accountable to who? To what? To the child services that have repeatedly been called on us already by psychos on the internet that have found out
But they
that there
will
is nothing here, that it is not an abusive homestead. That
and
it's,
they will say children will be children. Like there's a certain extent that if people who have children know that there's a certain amount that just children will just say things and do things.
And it's not like she's
And that's
running
just
around
children's
saying
things.
it all the time.
No,
And it's not like, you know.
and she was tired. It was the end of the day, and she didn't get what she wanted. And I know a lot of people on here do the same thing. And
I've had other parents. I've had other parents come forward.
Yeah.
I've had 3 other parents come forward, one of who is an influencer, and say, my kid says that stuff all the time. I don't even know where it comes from. Don't let this worry you. Right?
Exactly. They
But
say
these guys are
things
trying to make it out to
'Cause
be
they
a bigger
hear
deal than it
things.
is. Right?
in the world.
And they're like, well, where did my kid hear it? Did she hear it from you? Well, I don't know. You say how many streams? I don't know, One Gun. How many? Why don't you
Since you're-
slap that
got
together
time,
since you've got the time to be doing this? Why don't you slap together all of the videos,
and tell us what
clips,
to do next.
where I'm actually doing the things that you're accusing me of, where I'm talking about me killing myself in front of my daughter. You can
Which
have
will
it as a
never,
nice
ever
little
do.
montage. You can have it as a nice little montage, and all your fans will love it.
And
Yeah.
you go on this whole crusade saying that we done this to you, but you never take the blame for anything you've done to put you in the situation that you're in right
I don't have to take any blame because I'm not the aggressor and I'm not the one doing anything.
Yeah, because you did turn on us. You got to remember that.
Yeah, you turned on us.
You turned on us. Lane was giving you work and everything. And you're the one that turned your back and walked away. I was there when that happened. That really upset Lane. And yes, so you just got to be careful what you say.
And it's like, I'll be accountable for the things that I've done wrong and not
Yeah.
the things that everyone wants to blame me for. I'm no longer taking responsibility for Odie's mistakes. He's
No,
his
that
own
was-
man. He's a grown man.
He was young. He made those choices himself. He made that.
I
bed.
took responsibility for that
He
when I
lays
did
in
not need to. I
Yeah.
took responsibility for the Yucca
I
stuff
know,
when I
you-
did not need to.
You have learned a lot. Like when I first met you, everyone took it. You're a very kind person and passionate person, and unfortunately, a lot of you guys took advantage of it and just took Liam for a run. And now he realizes there's not. Unfortunately, a lot of you guys just like take advantage of people and don't appreciate it. And those 2 artists that he was talking about were young. And I'm sure one day they're going to realize, well, that was a bit stupid of us. But, you know, you can't control what other people do and decisions they make. They made those beds and now they're lying in them. So
That's right. And I'm
they
not
made
going,
that bed. We didn't
Yeah.
make that bed. They did.
and I'm not going to take
So-
fault for other people's mistakes anymore.
They
You
know where we are. So
Exactly. That's what I said. Yuka knows that I'd stand in front of a fucking bullet for
she
her.
knows where we are.
Odie knows that I'd always have his back no matter what, right? Like,
Yeah.
these people are family to us.
and
And
they made it.
I don't have any of this problem with any of the other artists I've worked with.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Not any of them.
We have since then learned a few lessons.
Now I don't open myself up and make myself vulnerable like that. But you
Yeah.
don't want me to be accountable for things that are not my fault. I did not assemble the goal. I did not assemble
We
the
just did not
silver
going
print
to do
file.
that.
Yeah, and I didn't assemble the
No,
silver
yeah.
print file. You keep screaming.
Oh
backwards.
yes,
You keep screaming backwards at me.
that
I
was
didn't-
a mistake.
You tell him, Shani. You.
Yeah, well, that was a mistake. That was Lane. If I got this right, this was Lane's very first book he did all by himself. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And his first print one he ever did himself.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
And Odie was doing the silver, and,
Odie
I was
was-
doing the gold.
And
with
we had
Scotsman.
faith in Odie, probably a little bit too much faith, and we really put trust into him that he knew exactly what he was doing. He told Liam that, if I got this right, he said, "No, I'll leave it with me. I know what I'm doing." So I
Yeah.
thought, okay, well, and little that we know, maybe we should have proofread it. In hindsight, there's a lot of things you should do in life.
The irony
But-
is, I asked if people were on our case about getting
Exactly,
it to
there was a
on
lot.
deadline. It was during the height of COVID.
Well, that's right. That's another thing. We had COVID doing that. That's impressive. The most stressless time in the whole world.
Yeah. And
Right.
and it was like everyone was like, "Hey, get it out! You're going to
How
be
quick
late
did you
on your
get
book."
that?
And everyone was like, "Don't be late on your book.
I know,
Don't
you're
be late
onto
on your
this.
book."
So
So
we made
when I
mistakes.
got sent through the thing, and when it went through to the editor, instead of me doing what I would normally do and spending time going over it, I
You
literally
got
just
rushed.
asked Odie, "Are you sure it's formatted correctly? It's all good." He
Yeah.
said, "Yep." I said, "Awesome." And then
Yeah,
I
we
just
took his
ticked the
word
box
for it,
instead of.
unfortunately.
I just ticked the box because I specifically asked him. I said, "Is it
Yeah,
good?"
well-
He said, "Yes." He developed the file. He built the file. He did it all. He insisted on it. You know, I did everything I possibly could, right?
Mm.
And then for years after that, I took blame just to be a
Because
friend.
you take faith, and sometimes it puts a toll on them.
But then not
It's
only did
good
I,
for you.
not only did I like take blame for all of that stuff, right?
I know
When I didn't, when it wasn't my
You
fault.
took all of the bullets.
But like now he's here telling me that I didn't take blame. You know what I mean? I never
Oh, One
take
Gun.
accountability. Yeah, that's what One Gun's saying. He's like, I never take
why I
accountability for
asked
these
you.
things. Right?
Yeah, and like we have done that well and truly. Like I think we've done that for the last 7 years. It seems to be like everyone seems to be a bit like got dementia or something because you have to like constantly repeat the same story.
Well,
over
it's because
and
these
over,
same people are coming to new people and giving
Oh,
them bits and pieces of
okay.
what actually happened,
and not the full
trying
story
to relive 2020 where they were relevant. You know what I mean?
when they were cool.
Well, yeah,
You're not
and
cool,
but
yeah.
look, it's 2026, and I'm
6
married with
years
a
ago.
child, and the book is done. It's out.
It is what it is, and
is
that
what
was
it
their
is.
first book. Like look what we're up to now. It's
Yeah, there's been
third book.
exactly.
And there's heaps more coming if you just leave him alone so he can just do it and
Yeah.
stop harassing him with all this stuff.
Yeah.
And if you just wait and see what my honey can do, and you'll be like, you can just all go back in your
You know,
box.
like I'm sick of hearing about how I'm spiraling and crazy.
You're not
and out
really,
of control and all of
if
this
you
other
want to
stuff.
talk about spiraling, there's a hell of a lot of other people that are spiraling, and a lot of them saying some weird stuff, and we all know who they are. Like they're not that far away.
In fact, they're streaming, not on
Yes.
this stream, but they've streamed with all
And
these other people.
no one says
and
they're
they've
spiraling,
threatened our
which they
child.
actually are spiraling.
They've threatened our child
Like,
multiple times. You
no
know,
one's
like
and no one's
and-
questioned that, so that's okay to say those things.
Yeah,
But
it is, and just associate with them. There's no problem.
and we're
there's
all
no
good. We're all
consequence.
good with that's like
They can
you're
threaten.
gonna-
They can threaten the life of my child.
yeah.
And when I
you're still
say
gonna
that's
sit
fucked
with them.
and I want no part of it,
Yeah,
it's my fault that they did that. It's my
exactly.
fault
Would you sit with a murderer or a person that's threatening?
just because they hate the same person as
Like,
you.
would you sit with them? Because that's what you're doing. You're pretty much sitting with potential murderers and threaters and DV people that are nasty
Yeah,
to vulnerable women, and like, are they all? And no one said they're spiraling, which they are.
yeah.
They're the ones that shouldn't be here in the community. They should be put away, but no one says anything because they're scared of them. But they don't mind saying whatever they want to Liam because Liam's the nice, kind guy over here, so we can say whatever we want to them.
Yeah, and I'm
But-
the approved
But
punching
for
bag.
the genuine, real ones that actually are causing harm to families, oh no, we're too scared to talk to them. We just let them do whatever.
Let them say and do whatever.
But
I
we'll
like
pick
this
on
wife.
Liam.
Yeah, I like this wife where you're not afraid to say your
Yeah.
mind. You're not
Oh, yes,
scared
I'm
on the
warmed up
stream
now.
anymore. You're warmed up.
Yeah, you just go warm me up and then I won't stop. Because
Yeah.
I have been through this with my family. so-
Exactly, and it's been through our whole family, and
Yeah.
you give it to them. It's fuck them at this point, right? Like
Yeah, it's like,
Like-
you just got
these people that come and attack
gotta
me,
explain
and
that
then
to you.
you know, and it's just like Matt, like you're a smart dude. I like Matt. You know
yeah,
what I
come
mean?
on, mate.
Like,
Can you not?
like, why
Liam
do
doesn't want
people-
any more ops. Like, we've got plenty of them. Please just come and chat to him on a late night chat, private. He's here all the time.
and don't try to rescue me. Just talk
Just-
about whatever.
you don't need to
Just-
fix him.
yeah,
Everyone wants to fix him. He doesn't need fixing. You don't need to fix someone that's not broken. If
exactly.
you want to go fix someone, there's plenty of them out there you can go fix, which are a bit senile.
Yeah,
And definitely they have got mental problems.
I mean,
go
like
diagnose them.
I'm not going after all of these people. You know what I mean?
You
Like,
never, say creepy threats, half drunk threats to people and threaten their children or threaten their family and send, and look up mental wards and find people I can go send over. Like, you've never done that.
exactly.
And no one questions that. That's all good. That's normal.
Because they don't believe it. They don't even believe it. Even with the police telling them on
Exactly.
live on video, for some reason, because it's me And it's the obsession. It's like Fezzlebug said, because he was like, when I
I
showed on
know.
that
He's
tell-all
probably
video,
the only one that has kicked in the gear and got his brains clicked in and go, oh, I'm going to make my own decision and realize,
well, it's
oh,
because the other people that whistleblowed on it ran away. He
Yeah.
stuck around. See, that's the difference. He was an artist, and
he's
so
only
he came
good
out and said,
whistleblower, and
he came out and
stuck to his
said,
word.
I'm not going to be part of this or anything like that. But then, like, the other guys that had done the same sort of thing, they're like, well, I'm so deep into this now that I don't want to be involved because it's involving children and stuff like that. So they just left and shut down their social media.
Yeah.
And so it's like, but this happens all the time. It gets to a point where people get to a
You
certain
got to
depth
face
inside
these
of it.
things. You can't let them be silent about it. You can't be silent about it
Yeah, it can't be.
because it'll keep happening.
And that's right. And
Um,
it's been happening nonstop.
and
That's the
we
thing.
want it to stop.
We want it to stop. We're facing up against this.
So
and
the
standing
best way
against
is
it.
to face the storm, and like if you know something's bad, you got to face it. You can't just let it keep happening because you are just as bad as the victims, or you as bad as abusers. Just sitting there watching people getting abused is and not giving information. If you know information that is bad, give it to the police. You'll feel much better, and it'll be a lot. That's the more Christian thing to do instead of just going, oh, yep, that's good. I'm just going to go over here.
It's happening to Liam, so I want to see
Yeah.
him spurg out on a stream.
Yeah,
This
that
will be
looks fun.
Yeah,
But Liam's actually a human, and I know he's easy to stir up because he's the nice, soft guy and too scared to talk to the crazy drunk ones. But maybe just think about it. Think about, is this the right thing to do? Maybe I should speak up. If I know something's wrong, speak up and tell authorities. Tell them, because otherwise this is going to keep going forever.
it's
I
like,
don't want to be an old rocker and still talking about this.
exactly. I agree.
Yeah.
And then they're
We've
like,
got to stop.
oh, Liam wants the attention. I could.
No,
I
we've got better
fucking.
things to do.
We have so much better things
I
to
should
do.
be cleaning and doing
I know.
things. But I don't want to.
I know, but like it's just bullshit, right? And it's like if I wanted attention, I'd do silly things. That always gets everyone's attention
Yeah,
way more.
Lane's a fun. If you just give him a chance, he's a real funny guy. We like doing the fun stuff and like being funny, and like people always put a wet blanket on everything and just like, no, we don't want you to be funny. We want you to be angry. We like that.
Yeah,
But we don't like that, and Liam doesn't like that, and it takes a lot of it. When he gets angry, it wears him out, and then he has no energy to do his art.
Yeah.
And that's what he's here to do. He's here to be a dad and do his art,
hmm
and that's what.
and
he's
you know
really
what? I
good at.
earned that not just by all this
That's right,
comments
you
game
earned
bullshit.
it.
I earned that by putting the work in
Exactly.
for all these years. And
Exactly.
getting to a point where I'm essentially at my retirement and I can just make art now. I don't have to jump on a plane every 2 weeks. I don't have to
That's
spend all
right.
night up working for other people that don't want to do stuff. I
You're
don't have to
finally
meet
your
any last
own
deadlines.
boss.
I'm finally my own boss, and everyone wants to take it away and say, "Oh, I can't manage things. I can't do anything.
Because-
I can't."
Because no one else did that. Yeah, well, if you want to be, you too can be your own boss and do your own art whenever, wherever. But
You've
you
gotta
got to
work.
get off the internet. You have to get off the internet, and actually, it's hard work. It's just not gonna. Oh, I wake up one day and I'm famous.
Yeah, I had to work my
Like,
ass
you
off,
actually
and I
have
didn't
to
have
do-
credit. I had no
Do
credit.
work.
I had no credit for pretty much anything I'd done for
No.
17
That's
years
it.
or
It's another
something.
thing no one appreciates. You have to, and you don't always get attention. See, all these people are get because of internet. You instantly get attention, but
We're not
that's
even
just a fizz.
we're not even reading the chat right now, just to put things in perspective. I don't know if I'm
Yes.
talking to one person or
I don't
five.
know. I'm just going on a rant, so I hope you
yeah.
don't mind.
No, it's fine.
I take a while.
No,
I
you-
should go look at things.
it's fine. But my point is, we're not here seeking attention
No, I'm
or approval. All we want is our own little space to make our
Exactly.
stuff and a shred of sanity, and
Yeah.
not people that I don't know how much louder I need to be and vocal
I
to
think
one
you're
gun
pretty
than just say
no, we're not
I'm
your friend
sorry,
anymore,
we're
One
not
Gun.
your friend, one gun. I don't want to associate with you, and I don't want to work
I'll
with
put
you.
in plain words like we say to kids, not your friend.
Yeah.
We don't want to play in your sandpit anymore. So you have to go over there over there in the corner, and you guys go play there.
Yeah, we don't want you here
We're-
near us. I don't want to
Like we tried, and you keep choosing to not listen.
Yeah.
And that's your choice. You chose to go join the people that you chose to join.
And
we're
that's
not,
it, and
we're
that's
not getting
and
up you for that.
Yeah, and
if you want
that's
to go do that, that's your
Yeah,
choice.
and that's what he
Don't
said to
complain.
me. That's what Frog Tony said to me today. It's like, hey, look,
Hmm.
you know, One Gun said that he wouldn't mind getting along again, but like I've chose to like be near Frog Tony and this and that. And it's like, well, Frog Tony's given me work. He's hired me.
Yeah, he's probably the only one that's actually genuine.
He looked into things and was, you know, unbiased, whereas
Yeah.
you didn't. You ran away rather than look at everything.
And there was a moment there, and then you just totally threw it all in the bin to go join these guys that are full of rumors and nasty, crazy psychopaths.
Tell them what happened, Shenny. Tell them what happened.
Because you work. I gotta make sure I get this right because I like to get my facts correct. But so I don't want to make sure I don't get anything wrong. But apparently, a One Gun, you were working for Liam. Is that true?
No, we were in the process. We were wanting to work together.
Oh, okay.
We were trying to develop a project that we
Oh.
might be doing. He was,
Yes,
and
this is
that was
why I
something
asked.
that he was going to be one of my
Yeah,
artists. I was
okay.
currently like
Oh,
testing
okay.
him out to see like,
Yeah, so
maybe
there
this
was
will work.
your potential, like you're going to potentially join our company.
Yeah.
So,
and he was someone that I trusted.
and we trusted. And Liam, like, when he takes that really serious. If someone trusts him, trust is a very important thing to a lot of people, and even more so to Liam. That is one of his things. And like so many times, people taken advantage of that.
And just to put things in perspective, this is because when I bring someone on board on my company, that means that I look out for them.
Yeah,
So that
'cause
means
he's a
they're part of our
genuine-
family. So that means I've bought houses for people. I've paid for hospital stays. I've replaced computers. I've replaced stuff. I paid for some dental work. This is all on top of the work they do.
Yeah, Liam
These are just the
looks after your
benefits of being.
welfare.
If you are with me, I look after you. You know, that's what I do. And so I didn't want to just bring. I don't want to just bring anyone on.
That's right. Because we've been burnt way too many times.
Exactly. But One Gun was someone who was
Yeah, and
into
we
Go
really-
Nagai and stuff like that.
Yeah. So
And he had a lot of the same artistic influences that I did, and I really thought that he was
thought-
someone that understood me creatively,
Yeah.
as well, like and with the visual language, and also had a sort of sense of similar ethics to me. You know, like
Yeah, we thought you were on the same page, basically.
where he was willing to look past sort of.
And there's a few times you did even come and ask us, and like, oh, okay, and Liam went out his way and explained the whole situation. And like everyone, we think, okay, yep, we're all on the same page. Yep, we're all good.
Mhm.
And then the next day or so, you're just like, no, we're just going to turn on you. And that was really hurtful for Liam. It's like, you for real? I just opened my heart to you and just, was really vulnerable to you. And you just said, and you just turned back and walked away. And that really upset Liam.
Yeah.
And when you walk away from Liam, he doesn't,
Yeah, I ain't walking after you. You know what
like
I mean?
you're going down your own path. We're not going to chase you. We'll just turn around and walk back over to our house.
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to chase you. And like, if you want to be our friend, well, that path, you know where we are and you know what you need to do, but you chose not to do any of those things.
And we're past
And
the
it's probably
point where
too
I
late
think,
now.
we're past the
You
point where
missed
I
it,
think
sorry,
even
mate.
if, the real test was, do you
You've
remember when you were sweeping like over there, right?
Yes.
And
yes,
I was set up there,
yes.
and One Gun came on, and I was showing him the stuff from the Slack room with like Akira Toriyama and everything like that.
Yes, I remember it. But yeah, it was a real little moment there, and you could just feel it was really upset, and I don't think Liam can turn back on that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So he came in angry and said, "Why this, and had loaded talking points."
That's right. Yeah, he told you what to do, pretty much.
Yeah.
And like another one.
another guy that was here to actually more interested in.
And
We're
so
there to get to
generally
the
want
bottom.
to see
Yeah, to there
if
to
you're
get.
okay or not. No, I just want to tell you how to live your life. And you see, you don't care about these guys. They're just silly young people,
Mhm.
and don't worry about them.
Yeah.
And then the next day you went and joined them. It's like, well, that's a bit contradictory.
Yeah.
You just said not they're still young people and don't worry about them, and then you chose to be with them.
Yeah, and it's like I showed him. Do you remember when I showed him stuff, and then he wouldn't look at the rest of it, and I tried to talk him into looking at the rest of it?
Yeah, that's right. You had it all there. Had it
Because
all there.
it took me. Just,
And
no
that's
one
why
gives a
you
shit
make
about
an
this.
effort. It takes
It
a
took
lot of
me
effort.
25 minutes to get all of that shit together,
That's
to
right.
compile it all.
That's right. Yeah.
And then he
See,
looked at
so much
one
going on, I
page.
just haven't got time.
Yeah, one fucking page that he
Pretty
looked at, and then said, "Why is this and this redacted?" And I'm like, "Because I'm not going to give you the room names." That
Oh,
they're
that's
in.
right. Yeah, you're very.
And I'm not going to give you the email addresses. I'll give you
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'll give you the domain names, but not their email addresses.
Yeah, it's just fair enough.
Technically, I shouldn't even be giving domain addresses, right? Like it was a
Yeah,
technically that was a violation of what I of terms, but I did it to try and prove myself to you,
Yes.
and you refused, and then you told me that you were just going to be on the stream anyway. And all of this, and I was like, well, you're not even going to look at the rest of this. And you're like, no, there's nothing I want to see. So you only wanted to look at unedited, unaltered documents that would give you exclusive access to not only my page rates, private correspondence, a private room with people. And it's like, I'm not going to give you that. And you shouldn't need to see those details to be able to verify these facts. I'm not required by any sort of obligation to give you the phone numbers of editors in Japan, or the emails, or how to access the Slack room that explicitly had these people in it. Like, so you didn't even want to look at any of that. You just, as soon as you saw that I had altered the document so you could not see those things and blacked them out, you were, all interest was lost. You were not interested.
Yeah. So, yeah, that is why we don't want to be your friend.
So at that point, the fact is, I cannot trust you. I can never trust you again.
Yeah.
And I cannot have another artist that I work with that I never trust, especially when this was someone I thought, this guy might be my lead artist. This might be the guy that I fly to Japan. Because I've got a slot, just so that you're aware, for a position at fucking Shonen Jump magazine, where all I need is a fucking reliable, talented fucking artist that can do things. And they want me there. And so I've been looking for a lead artist. It was going to be Yuka, but that didn't happen. It was going to be a few other people, but they weren't able to meet deadlines. And I'm not going to throw away my one shot. But one gun, ironically, I thought maybe that was a sign from God that this is my guy. This will be the guy that will finally do it. But it turned out he was just another fucking charlatan. And it's just like another guy that, like, you know, you're like, oh, these are all young guys and all this bullshit and it's all of this. It's like, dude, I don't care about any of that. I just want to make books. Yeah. You know, I don't give a fuck. Are you with me, or are you with a bunch of people accusing me of fraud? Oh, you're with a bunch of people accusing me of fraud, and now you're accusing me of fraud. Yeah. So
big move straight.
Yeah, doors closed.
That's right, Vishnu.
Right now.
All right.
You tried to sit back and blame me because of the behavior I talked about that you did. That's
so
all
with you, where did like the situation with Liam like sour and start with? Like where did you become the op?
He lied. When I first met him, he told me that he was a mangaka. He's been published in Japan and all this shit. And I took him. I ate the shit up, because me and Liam used to have a good conversation about anime and all the other shit. You know, what went wrong is that one day he got into the Senate, and I tried to go to him and talk to him, you know, because he said he had proof that these people said this stuff about him. And I was like, okay, show me the proof. He didn't show me that. He showed me a whole page of redacted shit. I was like, how am I supposed to go back and tell him, like, I actually read the shit and his shit when everything's redacted? Then when I said that,
my wife's just letting the dog out. She'll be back. I want her to talk about this. This is what we're talking about. You know, yeah, fair enough. No drama.
There we go. I'm back now.
Here we go.
everything was redacted. He goes back to them and he goes and tells everybody like, "Oh, One Gun was just trying to get my editor's information so he can steal my." Like, dude, no, I was not. I don't care.
If you cared, why wouldn't you look at the rest of the documentation I'd prepared? And why was it? You saw the whole documents, including the quotes. You saw that whole thing on the first thing where they're talking like, yeah, we've changed the words a little bit, blah, 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 right? You saw that. All that was missing was the Reddit out ads. So you couldn't get access to the actual thing. Why is it that was what made you go, like, it got you angry? You can see everything. You can see the document. You can see the Slack group.
Way more than
I was going to show you everything. Way more than I was meant to show you.
Yeah,
but like, as soon as you saw that I was careful enough to protect certain private information, that's when you got actively angry. Why did your anger response flare up in response to seeing that I had censored phone numbers and correspondence? Right?
Yes,
you can read the messages and where the messages come from. Why was it not enough?
I know how to publish my shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm here to prove that I'm not stupid in believing you. That's what I'm here to prove, you know.
Okay.
But he went on and he keeps that lie up. He keeps the lie up. Then he says some nasty shit about me. And
there you go, Shenny. You can tell him about what a fake person in Japan. I'm just don't mention company names or not. I'm going to put their dogs out.
Okay. Yes, well, it is all true. I don't really, lucky, it's all Liam's business. But yes, there's something that Liam does, and it's has exclusive connections to all that. And there's no lies, it's all true. We've actually, Liam showed that he met some well-to-do with people and in Brisbane last year. So, yeah, and like, we can't say too much, but I can say it is true. And like, you know, when things are true, you can't say too much about it because it's very exclusive.
It's very exclusive, and these guys are never going to get access to it.
And it's special stuff, so for grown-ups.
For grown-ups, not for this.
You're not
exactly.
Not for babies, sorry.
You will, and I'm like, okay, dude, I draw a straw. I draw a straw. I drew it. You know, I'm drawing my straws now. You know, fuck you. You know, it seems like, well, once someone doesn't want to defend your lies, you turn on them. And I'm not going to defend it. If I'm going to lie, I'm going to lie for myself, right?
Well, we've seen that. We've seen that in perfect form. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And you're in a lie for yourself. I don't know. Where are you getting all of these lies that you're talking about me from, One Gun? Are they for yourself? I mean, it seems to be other people are feeding them to you and using you to be a mouthpiece for them.
And
right?
well, that's another thing. You don't seem to have your own opinion. Like,
and you wouldn't even look at the full dossier I prepared. You looked at one page, saw that it had the addresses read it out, and then got angry.
That is very sus. That is more like someone who's looking for information,
not
generally interested in what Liam does. And he gave exclusive stuff that is like that.
I even said, I'll show you anything. Special. I've got it all here. Anything you want to see. I said, anything you want to see, you've got access to it. All you've got to do is tell them that it's true. So what do you want to see? And you said, no. If it's redacted, it's useless.
Yeah.
It was useless to you to form your opinion on.
What? Just so you didn't know where the facts from.
So that he couldn't get access. So he access to the room
spread
and
it
stuff.
to everyone and get all goodie points.
Or more importantly, get me fired.
Exactly, and ruin the exclusive people that only real artists can see. But you'll never be access to real artists. So that's a bit cheeky, but I am feeling cheeky.
Yeah, well, I understand. It's fair enough. Like
Japan has real, because Liam is connected to real artists, like genuine people respect him highly, and you guys on the internet don't understand that. You think you don't realize who you are talking to here. He's not just some Aussie who likes comic books. There's way more to Liam than he lets on. And you just think it's just the iceberg.
And you blew it, you fuckwits. Blown.
Yes.
Don't say anything else. That's enough. Because you'll end up giving them something. Don't let them. I make comic book and comic book accessories, and that's enough. And you blew it.
All right.
Not for myself. Fuck that shit. And he just keeps it up. And he just keeps.
Is it paused still? I paused.
Up,
Yeah,
and I
but
just
you know, one gun. He has a whole bunch of people that gaslight him. Like we've seen it. I've seen screenshots and comments, and they're going, "Oh, Cynic said this," and it's like, look at the whole context. You're looking at one sentence out of a whole.
Henceforth,
that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, henceforth the pinned comment that I made about Beware of Liam, because I knew one of his operatives was going to take a picture of it and put it in his Discord so he can shout off this morning. And that was the plan. That's why I put it up there, because I knew he was going to talk about it.
You lied about me on your Twitter, and then lied about me again on the next day, and then deliberately, when you're addressing artists who could potentially work with me, this is the equivalent of going to a restaurant and leaving a 1-star review and saying cockroaches were everywhere. What a piece of shit! This is a garbage place. And the average person is going to look at that and go, fuck. They're going to look up my name, look at stuff, see that, and go, oh yeah, fuck that. I'm not going to work with this guy.
Especially these days, a lot of people don't.
And that was your actual goal. And don't pretend it was anything else. It was obvious. You did it again today.
I knew it. And I said, well, let me get my talking points ready for the video. And then somebody sent me a message this morning, hey, Liam's kicking shit off about you. I was like, okay, time for me to get my talking points out. And I did.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Matt. You got the floor, Matt.
Yeah, sorry, my wife's giving me the she wanted me to tell you the actual psychological terms for what's going on.
It's called retarded.
No. It's epic retardedness.
No. She's saying that effectively he has developed heavy attention seeking behavior, and that specifically he's addicted to negative attention. So he has an oppositional defiance to seek negative attention.
Makes sense.
Yeah. That damn. Hey, your wife's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, do you know what? My wife, Liam's wife, can tell. Liam's wife. That that is someone's opinion. It's amazing how someone from on the other side of the world can give a full diagnosis of someone who's not a doctor.
My doctors have given me analysis and
that's
gone
a
over
good
everything,
opinion.
and
That's all that is someone's opinion.
Yeah, it's an opinion, but it's not what I was diagnosed with when I was assessed fully, when I've been out of the hospital twice, and I've had mental health professionals fully assess me and study me for weeks at a time. And I am not psychotic, delusional. I don't have any of these things. I don't have oppositional defiance.
I disagree. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
But we didn't ask you to do that.
And that's how you justify an opinion.
But you got to look at both sides. If you really want to know what someone's like, you actually ask the person. But thank you. But no, thank you.
But you are incorrect, unfortunately. I am sorry. Guess again. I am, in fact, somewhat normal and functional and successful.
Yeah, she was pretty much the only reason I'm able to keep my shit together.
But Matt, like I said, don't let anything I've said sway you from bringing him over. I mean, I think it's good for you to bring him over. Maybe if he comes over here, he will see that even the people who say bad stuff about him or say things about him actually do support him. I mean, I support Liam. I support him, and I hope he get his books out. But I just hope in the process of doing his book.
What did you want? You went to pause it.
No. Well,
if you don't want to, I just saw you went to pause it.
I was going to, but I was going to say that.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, just
doesn't do what he's been doing. I just hope. That's the only thing I hope for Liam. I wish Liam good luck. Wish a bless his family, all the other good shit. I even tried. I mean, here's the thing. I tried to reach out to Liam many times over the past year, once or twice, to tell Liam, let's talk. Let's get this shit behind us. But for some reason, if I go into his chat, I'm blocked. If I say something about him, I'm blocked. Anything. He does not want to try to talk to anybody he has a difference with. This thing is
that's exactly correct. That's exactly correct. I don't. No, I don't want to deal with people giving me advice and criticism and who want me to be on their show so they can
Yeah.
create fights for me. I don't want to deal with any of that. And if anyone prioritizes that stuff, I don't want to interact with them. You know, if people want to come on and try and lecture me and talk, like, you still don't. This is what I got to, and I was like, you know what,
Yes, this is
you still don't understand that,
Yes.
like, access to me is a privilege.
yes.
Access to me is an extremely high privilege. I am a high-paying, respectable fucking artist. Artist Alley stood up and saluted me. Do you understand? I am the top earning comic book person in my entire country. Do you understand? I make more in 2026 because you guys don't see anything that doesn't happen off the crowdfunding space. You guys don't
Yeah, it's all
know.
behind the scenes. It's like an iceberg. Liam's an iceberg.
I'm an iceberg, exactly.
You only see the tip.
You see the tip, and it's
Yeah,
like, I
I'm
know.
underneath.
I don't want the opinion of a bunch of drunkard fucking
And keep having
people that are
Titanic
sabotaging.
charging into us.
And I gave you the golden ticket, One Gun.
Yes.
I gave you the golden ticket, and then you threw it back in my face
Yes, because
and said, well, I'm going to go to the petting zoo.
instead of
and
Willy
I
Wonka's
thought-
factory.
You live there. Goodbye. You know, you
Yeah.
really wonkered yourself into a fucking tube of chocolate, and they're going to take you away, man. You didn't pass. You are not Charlie. You are not who I choose. I don't want to stream with you, associate with you, hang out with you. You are nothing to me. You have good art, and if you sit and focused and put yourself to good use, and you would have a great book, but you just won't do it. I'm not
It's a
interested
shame.
in
It's a
playing.
shame.
I'm not interested in playing games or reconciling. The last time your dwarf friend came on, I did the Bring Him to Me stream. I brought him on. I felt bad
That's
over the dog
right,
situation. I felt bad over the dog situation. I was using that to bury things and let it be done. Still, it continues.
No.
Katie does what she does. Still, she continues. Riley does what he does. Still, they continue. I am not accountable, and I do not need to be managed by any of these people.
No.
I am a highly successful, talented person. I work hard for what I have. I protect what is mine. It is not free for everyone else to have, because every single other time I've opened the fucking chocolate factory, I've had to kill all the children. Do you understand? There was no Charlies. I can't find a good Charlie.
No, they're hard to find. They're ugly.
You are not a Charlie. I do not want to associate with you. Go back dancing with
And you
the
can't
fucking
keep
Oompa
knocking on the
Loompas,
door.
okay? You can't keep re-entering. Like you're saying, you support me, you wish me the best.
Yes.
You going and actively spreading the lies of other people on your social media does not help me. You
That's
doing
not
what you're doing,
supporting.
saying Liam just wants attention, does not help me.
That's not
You have
supporting.
fundamentally misunderstood my character, my business, myself, and my goals for this space and what I'm essentially doing. You have opinions about everything I need to do and say, and are hanging out with other people who I've said, you're out, you're gone. You choose to be in that space. I am not going to let you back into my life. I am not going to make amends with anyone. I am not going to bend over backwards for
And you
anyone.
don't have to.
I don't even need to do it for Ethan. Do you understand? I do it for Ethan because I respect his talent and ability. See, all of you other motherfuckers need him like a leech. I only ever wanted to be his friend and see him succeed. That was it.
Yeah.
You
That's
guys
simple.
can't even understand that because every relationship to you people is what can you do for me?
Yes. They take.
But that's not who I am. I think about what can I do for what can I do for other people? What can I do to help? And you are fundamentally in the way of my success and what I need to do. And I don't want anything to do with you. You know, no amount of bullying me or being assholes or lying about me is going to change my opinion of you. I'll go deal with the dogs. Here you go.
Write you off as an enemy, and an enemy you shall stay.
Yeah. Well, it's, like with the event, right? Like Liam's not the only person I'm flying out. Like, I have Vasilis also. And, I have no issues, like zero problems with Vasilis. So easy to deal with. But it's been like, to me, it just really feels like, I'm usually not wrong with this either, but it really does feel like he is, every time I get him in a place where, things are good and whatever bullshit's been squashed, it's like the next day, it's like he's going twice as hard. I jumped into his streams. Like, no, he was being gaslit. Like, I jumped into his streams. And,
there you go.
He has like 15 people in there being like, hey, not only is this the problem, here's the definition for it. And look at this. And I'm just like, oh, shit.
These people are putting a fire up under him. And I look at his chat and I'm just like, I sometimes have to cut his chat off because it's like they're powering everything that's coming out of his mouth. Everything. And I'm like, dude, do you know you're getting played? Do you know these people have no respect for your real well-being? They want you to keep raging. They want you to keep making the content. They want you to make shit that's going to keep them happy with talking about this shit. It's fucking stupid. And it makes me sad because I see potential in Liam. I see potential in Liam as being one of the best writers over here. He writes.
He's absolutely creative.
Exactly.
Like, I've worked, in Hollywood. I've worked on Oscar-winning movies. I've done stuff. And, like, the way he talks is genuinely, like, it really does capture, like, a legitimate creative's writing process and, like, how you just get pulled, like, almost you get, like, diarrhea of thought. And you just get pulled in from one thing to the next, and it just builds upon itself. You're like, oh, I'm going to build a story. Oh, man, but it could be in this type of city, and it'll be this, and it'll look like this. And he's always doing that. And and honestly, he passed, like, he broke through the hump that, like, most indie guys, when it comes to crowdfunding, can't get over, which is that, like, 10K. Like, usually once you can get over 10K, your ventures will keep building. And he's far exceeded and smashed that. Now, mind you, like Dino King with the help of Ethan, but still, that's he should have a career, a stable career moving forward after all that.
You saying exactly what I'm saying too, because I think Liam would have a very stable career if he just went to write novels. If he wrote novels. Paper, those little books you see, little paper books you see in the bookstores. I think he would probably fare better. I think he would fare better. I mean, I think he wrote a story, like we was talking about doing like a robot type manga type of book, before everything went south. And he sent me like a story for it. And the story was pretty good, and it was kind of like in line with what I wanted. And we was going back for a while, and then he got caught up in some other shit. And then we kind of like stopped talking about it. But he wrote a very, very impressive story, and I just wish that he would go back to being that Liam, because this Liam 2.0, where he's running around with Frog Tony and
that. Do you listen to this?
I know.
I've changed. All I do, Shanna, tell them what I do.
No, we're trying to just wind this up.
We will, but this is ridiculous. Like, Liam has changed.
Can't let this one lie. Okay, we'll give you one little bit. Thank you for trying to be nice to Liam. I'll give you that. But once again, you didn't. You try, but you just seem to ruin it. And I want to get something straight. Liam hasn't changed. It's not a new Liam. It's just the same Liam. My same Liam that's always been here. If anything, he's got stronger dealing with you lot. And thank goodness Frog Tony has come out of the universe to at least have one genuine. And plus there's a handful of others, don't get me wrong. But I say Frog Tony because he has a channel that I know of. And I hear it a lot. He's the main dude that has stuck by Liam. And all you other guys is in the chat that have as well. But he's the main guy that has stuck with you. And, like, he's the only one that seems to be able to see through all this. A lot of you have real trouble of seeing through it. Liam hasn't changed. And, yes, he is a really good writer. But you guys keep interfering. You just leave Liam alone. and don't give him advice. Just be there. That's all.
If I want
Just
advice,
be.
I'll ask for it. If I
Liam
want
will-
advice, I'll
Liam
ask for
always
it.
will ask. He's not afraid of asking for advice. And when he does, no one really wants to give it to him when he generally needs it.
Yeah,
He's just all ghost him. But that's the time when you come in. All right? Come in then. Not when willy-nilly.
And he's like,
Anytime.
"Oh, Liam's great." It's like, dude, I never stopped being that. You just don't have access to that me anymore. You are locked out.
made him not like that.
Exactly.
All
I
those
don't need
things
you
you were
people.
just saying.
I don't need you guys. Do you understand? I don't need any of you.
It's not a need. Liam's an independent indie, which is independent person. That's what indie means. Not dependent. And Frog Tony is one of the few that really seems to be able to understand Liam, which is
And while all of these people
You
that he's
can't.
hanging out with screamed the same lies that he's screaming at me,
and yeah, he's saying
even after I misproved it, I said,
Mm.
hire me if you don't believe that I'm an artist. I'm not going to draw unless I'm paid for it. Harless and Ellison told me, don't do anything, Liam, unless you're paid for it. I've got that in a letter, right? And so I said to him, for years, I said, I won't draw unless I'm paid for. And Frog Tony was the only one that came forward to hire me as an artist, not anyone
Yes,
else.
there
Instead,
you
they
go.
just said I couldn't draw. I lied.
Yes,
They
but
accused
nothing.
me of, and then when I started drawing, they accused me of tracing. To this day, even though One Gun himself did a video going, look, this clearly
Yeah, I
isn't
thought you were
traced.
great. You
He
debunked that.
he debunked it, even though he hates me. He debunked it because he's
I know,
a real
that's-
artist and can tell.
I know. I
But
give you that
Still,
one star.
all of these motherfuckers accuse me of tracing.
And
Me.
And you won't let it go either. Like, come
I
on.
don't even have a fucking light board. You know, you say, "Oh, Liam's light box," and Liam's light box, and I didn't have a fucking light box. I got a lamp.
You're
I got
very,
a fucking lamp.
we're very simple when it comes to his art.
I
But
use
yeah,
rulers. I use rulers and protractors and circle tools.
yeah, it's very simple artist. Like in the art, like it's simple tools, traditional.
I've only
Yeah.
recently learned a little bit of the digital stuff. You know what I mean?
Liam
And
was,
I had to
that-
learn that to help Odie and then help Yuka. Like, but you know,
Liam is from the old world, which is not many of you guys, which is getting forgotten. And he uses real things like pencils and real paper, and like, but just have to let that go. Like we all know those people are lying about it. Okay, Liam has said 20 million times that he didn't trace. So I think that's enough. And I know you're trying to be nice, but then you just,
like the thing is, he says,
little,
like, I've
too
changed,
late.
right? I've changed. I'm still the same Liam.
I think
All I want to do is create, but my days don't get to be that because
I know.
I
At the end
have
of
to
the
take
day-
all of that offline. I have to take all of that offline or do little work in progress streams. But because what I do is I turn the internet on
Yeah,
and
don't.
it's a horde of retards lying about my career to people that don't know better and tearing me down or saying I'm crazy or I'm disabled or retarded. I've got a mental problem. All of these people, when, you know, just be cool to me, just be friendly and let's talk creative shit. But none of yous can do it because you all have to try to control me and control what's going on. We've got literal death threats and literal bullshit
I know,
going on in
it's
our
all
life,
turned
and
blind
everyone
eyes.
ignores it and calls me a liar. And it's very important that people understand what these guys are tied up in because these guys not only don't believe
They'll
it,
pull you down.
but they're making content for them to encourage them, which is what the fucking nut bars want, right? But then One Gun will sit here bold as day and go, yeah, Liam's great. Why can't he just be Liam 2.0? There is no Liam 2.0.
No.
I'm a 40-year-old man. I could not change if I wanted to change. But here's
Stuck
the
in his
thing
ways.
that everyone needs to fucking swallow, right? Here's what I want everyone. Here's the big old fucking BBC that I want you guys to choke on, right? I like who I am. Sure, maybe I'm not some big popular YouTuber or super famous or anything like that. But through all the chaos, through everything, I take care of my family. I love my family. My daughter's excelling at every single subject and everything she's doing. I'm sorry that she said something that upset a whole bunch of people. I wish she didn't say it too, but I wasn't there. And at the end of the day, it's nothing that's at all serious. It's a child's fucking ravings, right? I have worked hard to get into where I am in the field, to get the acknowledgement I have, to get the opportunities that I have. They didn't come to me by magic. I had to sacrifice. I had to fucking eat shit and go without credit for many, many, many fucking years. Only to be called a fraud and a liar by a bunch of people that don't know shit about anything, that have half stories about things that they get here and there from second and third sources. People that have cobbled together paranoid fucking delusions while, people boldface make social media tweets saying I'm abusing my wife and my child.
That's right.
While actual child abusers and domestic abusers sit next to you unchallenged. And yet you levy the fucking finger of shame at me.
I know.
I've done everything. I put myself in harm's way to protect my family. To do everything I can for my little girls, for my wife.
I love you.
I love you too. And I will defend
stand
them.
by you,
And
honey.
you're a good wife. And this is what these people don't understand. Yeah, I get pissed off with my wife sometimes. So does everyone. She gets pissed off with me.
Yeah,
But we're a family. And I love making comics. And this is what I want to do. I wanted to do independent comics. I wanted to help people in the West. I got to the top of this fucking game here in my country. And I got a responsibility to try and help other people. But everyone's making it out that there's something wrong with me.
No.
None of yous even know who I am. You saw a glimpse of who I am. And then when I locked the doors on you for your own behavior, you don't even recognize it. Because it's easier to think that there's something wrong than me than face the fact that you've lost an opportunity.
That's what you're feeling guilty about.
I've paid tens of thousands of dollars to all the artists that I've worked with.
Yeah,
Overpaid. You can ask everyone from
they're incredible.
You can ask everyone from Eric Weathers, who when I had him doing letters on Xenotype in the beginning, I overpaid him. You can ask Scotsman. You can ask anyone else, right? But you're willing to lie about me and do damage to me and make it out that I'm a crazy person. And that's hurtful and disrespectful and dishonest.
And doing all this shit and it's bullshit. Liam, I do believe Liam is better than what he's portraying. But the fact of he's getting his fame by being this shitty ass person right now.
I don't care about fame.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I was on that stream with him for a little bit yesterday, where he's going on about like where his problems started from, and talking about JDA or whatever, and I'm like, okay, but I'm like, to me, I'm just trying to figure out like where's the modern problems coming from? Like, I mean, I know his stuff, but I'm just like, I don't get where. It's not even that I don't get it. I just to the level it's at from everybody. It's just like, all right, it's insulting to watch someone, especially when you're an artist, pretend to be an artist of a certain caliber and get busted. I get that. But it's like ever since that happened, I feel like it's been nuclear every fucking day.
The FFS stuff, you can trace it all back to Comicsgate Church, number 30 something, I think. I can't remember.
Damn, you keeping track?
Yeah, well, because initially it was my fault, right?
It was your fault.
Yeah, so we had Matt Barr on, and we had DG on.
And that was your doing. That was your doing.
No, because I get on well with those two, but like, it was more of a case of like they were asking about the lawsuit, his like Matt Barr's history of Comicsgate, and then Liam kept saying about receipts. And I said, "Well, show the receipts then," because like I'm a person that deal with facts. If Matt screwed you over, show the receipts.
Yeah,
show it. And then we agree with you, and then we can move on. And then Liam's like, no, I don't have to prove or show anyone receipts. And then it started to snowball from there. And of course, then he had an argument with Cynic and Ruby. And they were like,
the issue is that you guys were trying to bring Matt Barr on when I'd already made it clear that I didn't want any association with Matt Barr.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to go through Matt Barr's social media and find the 4 years of him screaming autistically about me and bring it up on stream for you. One, it wasn't the topic of the stream that day, and I didn't bring it prepared in any way. Two, I didn't want to associate with Dark Gift or Matt Barr for the obvious reasons that we've seen, right?
I think you spelled your name wrong.
Look, you don't want to be part of our green room anymore. That's cool. We're going separate ways.
No, he left
You know,
the green room.
Yeah, because
he
but
left it.
but they had a meeting about it. They had a chat, and it was Ruby, Cynic, and Thingy. And then they said like they agreed not to talk about each other. And within an hour of that, Liam fired up a live stream, and then that's what started all.
Yeah, that's what started, and then
Yeah.
he told them something he shouldn't have said, and then that's when I found out that those Majakas he was talking about, saying he did all this work was fictional. It was made up.
Yeah.
That made me mad because I believed in Liam. I believed in him. I believe he would not lie to me or misrepresent his position towards me, but he did. And that right there made me look like a fool because I'm up for defending him.
And also one guy defended him from the start.
Exactly.
He gave him the benefit of the doubt for everything he's ever said, and it was only probably the last 4 months or so, 3 months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That you've been like, well, actually, no, he hasn't shown me receipts, and what he could have shown me has been, yeah. And that's fine. And like, we just leave people be. And then there was a time when no one was talking about anyone, and there was a truce. And I think Dark broke the truce. Well, Liam, one of them broke the truce.
Liam broke the truce because remember, Dark Gift was like
Dark Gift broke the truce within 6 hours of the original truce. I then maintained silence on the fact for about 2 or 3 weeks until I ultimately decided, fuck this. The agreement was we wouldn't talk about one another anymore, and that would be the end of it. I've still got the clip. I've still got the full video for anyone who wants to fucking see it. It's on the channel. Within 6 hours, he was in another stream talking about me, and these guys trying to prod him to talk about me, and him going, trying to get him to say bad things about me, and him going, guys, I can't agree with you, and like laughing, like he clearly, I'm not playing these stupid fucking games. All right, this isn't professional. This isn't fucking how shit's done. You guys want to talk about being professional? This is fucking gay beyond shit. This is not a fucking normal work environment. You know what I mean? Like, get fucked. So I put up with that. Even so, I put up with that gay bullshit forever for like 2 or 3 weeks before I finally said, you know what? Fuck this shit. The truth is Liam's not going to talk about us, but we're going to talk about him multiple times every stream, as well as posting links to videos that have regions and locations and scenes that are near him referenced in the background, right? But no one's talked about that yet either, right? Don't want to Streisand that. Gay ops.
Quiet, didn't say nothing. Even he said on the show, like, I'm not saying nothing. I know he's over there talking about me. I'm not saying nothing. And he just kept on. He kept on. And Dark said, fuck it. I'm tired of shit.
And every time the guys want to stop doing it, he brings them up and causes trouble again. Like,
exactly.
I want them to stop talking about me. And then in the next breath, fuck them, it's war. Let's go to war. Like,
right. And the other thing that, like, Rev Ruin, he attacked Rev Ruin. He even got him saying he's going to dox Rev Ruin. Him, Tony, all these guys are attacking Rev Ruin. It's like, what did Rev Ruin actually do to y'all besides working Senate? It's just like this. Just
what did Rev Ruin do to me? One gun. He talked shit about me endlessly for like all on social media. That's what he did, and he came into my chat and attacked like 3 times before he got blocked because he was coming in starting shit, right, and talking mad shit. So that's what happened.
Politics and bullshit works over here. It's all about content and making content.
Well, that was the thing when I was on the show last night. I was making points, points that he couldn't really, fight back on.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden it's, they were saying shit about you. They were saying your event's not going to happen. And so then I have to reach out to Dark Gift and go, why the fuck you said my event's not happening? and then he's like, no, what I was saying is like, Liam's definitely not coming out. So
actually, that's, again, look at the line in his face. Matt, go talk to Frog Tony and actually get the clips that you're asking for. These people will lie to your face.
Yes.
These people lie to your fucking face and then call me a liar. So, like, no, he was not saying that, Liam definitely won't go. He was saying the event's not going to happen anyway. He's made the snarky offhand comment multiple times. Multiple times.
mean,
I'd say search it on his Twitter, but the guy's such a snake that I would believe that he would probably have deleted it so he can cover his tracks. But maybe Frog Tony knows where it is. Ask him.
I think he hurts himself more than he actually realizes. And not that he hurts himself, but the people he so-called having this little hug box over there, you know, are hurting him too. If Liam really wants to change, he needs to stop blocking people who are trying to tell him helpful
Listen
things.
to this.
The most first helpful thing I would tell him is stop listening.
Fuck me. If Liam wants to change.
No, it's everything. They're just talking about themselves. They just put your name in front of it all. But like, you guys are really annoying. But to be honest, it just goes round and round, and like, you just don't listen to anything at all. And like, yeah, it's true. If you really want to know the situation, you have to ask. Everyone keeps asking the wrong people. These guys have no idea, nothing, and they just make up their own story anyway, and what they want to hear. So if you really genuinely want to know what's going on, you have to talk to people who definitely know what's going on. Yeah, the movie's fun.
She's still dead to the world.
Yeah. Yeah, so we could have been doing something really nice at the moment, but we just want to do this without time.
Yeah, we're just going to...
So, but it's very frustrating and it's really annoying because this just seems like Groundhog Day. Every time he wakes up, we're back at the beginning and we do it all over again. And
yeah, and the question is,
and do
if it's my
again.
fault, how does it happen when I'm asleep? You know,
exactly. It's just like, I don't know why he's all got a thing for Liam. Like, I don't know why. Is he just easier? Because he's not generally doing really scary stuff like the other guys are. He's just a general guy. He's easy to talk about. When you let criminals in and you just let them in, and like, if you want to change someone, maybe you can talk to them. They're the ones that need changing. They're the ones that are breaking laws, threatening people, and making people's lives uncomfortable. If that's what, like, we're just a humble family. Like, it's really frustrating hearing this because it's like, you know, it's not true, and like, it's not true. And like, we don't really want your help. We never ever asked for it. And we never asked for your advice. And like, you say you support us, but then you just do the complete opposite in the same breath.
Yeah.
Complete opposite. Like, you say, oh, I'm going to help you. Nah, I'm not going to.
This whole, like...
I'm going to support you. No, I'm not.
Yeah. Liam's got to change. Liam would be great if he was just like... If Liam just... basically did everything I told him to, like a robot, and then paid me all this money and did all this shit. And all these cunts just want to be Micah Curtis 2.0. That's what they want. You know what? He's stuck his fucking head up. Shenny, tell him what you think about Micah. There you go. That'll be good.
Yes, well, yes, okay, one, I'm warmed up and ready. Yes, well, if you really want someone's opinion, just in case, since we're like giving opinions and no one asks us for them, so I'll just give my opinion. And yes, well, I never liked Michael Curtis. I always had a weird vibe about him. He always made me feel uncomfortable, and something felt wrong about him, and which I'm glad. And I didn't like how he misled Liam. And how he...
Tell him exactly, because they don't have the insights. Tell him exactly about what he was doing.
Like, he was telling Liam how to do everything. He made Liam feel bad to the point that I don't know if I can tell him this. Like...
Hold on, I'm mute. And you can tell me. Just, hold on a minute, guys.
If you can. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I just want to make sure my wife doesn't give any details of... Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's you won't get us in legal trouble. So
Yeah, no, well, that's right. Because he made us feel so bad because he said he was a genuine Christian and that he was in dire straits and that he needed someone to pay his rent. So I think Liam's even actually mentioned this. And so he made Liam pay his rent. And then instead of using that money, which is like, we're a family, it's
$700.
$700 that could have gone to family things, but no, we're genuine Christians.
Mhm.
And we thought, okay, you said you're a Christian, but I constantly had this really uncomfortable vibe about him because I did meet him, and every time he was on there, he just tell Liam what to do all the time, like Liam's some special person. And of course, you did get Liam at a very vulnerable time. He was vulnerable then. We all get vulnerable. We're human, and he was still new at this. And yeah, Liam, out of his heart, paid his rent. And the worst thing is, he didn't use it for his rent.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Well, we thought he was paying his rent, but he brought toys.
Oh yeah, I think he bought toys.
He brought toys, and then after that was a big deal. And Liam did lots of nice things like that for him. He supported him. He stopped the bullies from bullying him with his weird book that he was writing. That was a bit strange, but we kept our opinions to ourselves, unlike other people, and like Liam even took his advice on things. He probably shouldn't have.
Yep.
But he was in a moment of trust, and now we've learnt that's gaslighting, isn't it?
Yeah, they were gaslighting. Yeah.
But at the time, we didn't realize that, and yeah, he took Liam for a run, and I never liked him, and then I didn't like him how he turned after we did all that nice things, supported him, and he just turned just because he didn't get his own way, pretty much, and just like a tantrum kid, and then just went really nasty for no reason. Another one went really nasty.
Yep.
And it's really hurtful, and yeah, I never liked him. So that's my opinion. Yep. And then I found out he turned on Liam, and he ran his mouth about made up stories. And another one, and then you lot are friends with people who bring these guys back. Like, we don't go around bringing people's enemies back. That's not part of writing a book. I don't know what part of writing that is. But you guys, yeah, all the advice that you give to Liam, everyone's going too long. Oh no.
That's fine. Just no. So
all the advice
get it all out.
All the advice that you give to Liam is sort of advice that you probably should do yourself first. That's what I'm just saying. Do all that advice yourself. Then, if we want help, we'll ask the professionals.
This is the help I need. This is the help I need. This is the help I need.
I know you want to help.
Yeah, no, this is. If they want to help so much, this is what I want them to want. First, I want them to go ask themselves some few questions. One, do you own your own home? Is that a yes or no? If it's a no, you stop right there. Two, do you have children? Yes or no? No, you stop right there. Okay. Have you ever been successfully published? There you go, independently or otherwise, right? Yes or no? Is that a yes or a no? No. Then stop right there if it's a no, right? And did Liam ask for your help or opinion about something? Yes or no? Yeah.
And am I really supporting him?
Are you really supporting me?
Really
you know what's really supporting me? Matt actually gone above and beyond and flying me over for the Fans Fest so I can see my family in New Jersey. That is genuine support. John Malin saying, I ain't going to go unless Liam's there. It's not a show without Liam. Backing my books, saying like, I'm a fan of Liam's work, or when someone else is bringing me up in a fucking leotard, jumping around in front of a fucking docks, right, for several months on end, instead of snickering and laughing about it like some weird fucking homoerotic queer,
Yeah.
leave the stream.
Or report it.
And if someone comes to you with private personal information about my life, then report it to the local authorities or email it to me so that the people that are responsible for this can be brought to justice for what they're essentially doing to me and my family. That's being supportive. Telling me what to think, what to say, how to do it. I don't need you to do any of that.
No, that's my job.
It's my wife's job. Hey, wait a minute. But anyway, so it's like, that's what I've got to say about it. If people really mean what they say and they like me and they want to get along, stop trying to control me.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get to the point of.
Yeah.
Michael Curtis. He was controlling Liam to the point he was making Liam sick. And everyone got Liam when he was at his lowest. And they just, instead of like prodding him and supporting him to getting up, they just took advantage of that and just pushed him down, 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 to the point he made him so sick he had mental health issues. Like, that's not supporting, and that's not being a friend. That's all opposite, and it's all in denial about it. But yes, I'll probably stop now, otherwise I'll keep going.
No, keep going.
Okay.
Let them have it, Jenny.
Yeah.
Let them have it. They want to, let them hear it.
Do you want to look at the chat?
No, just keep saying what you're saying, and we'll get to the chat at the end.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want? If you don't want to say anything else, we can move
I
on.
think that's everything for now. I'll move on for a little bit.
That's the answer, Samoki, and the rest of those motherfuckers like Dennis Rod suck peanuts. Though, fuck him.
I like
Dennis. Is Dennis related to Elliot, or are they just two different Rodriguez's?
Two different Rodriguez's, I think. Yeah, I think
because I know Elliot's brother is in the chat from time to time. So I just
he's not Elliot's brother. No. I'm just saying.
Well, no. Here's something I heard. I don't know if it's true. Now I'm telling people I don't know if it's true, but I heard that Elliot kicked Liam out of his green room. I don't know if that's true or not.
No. Liam left his green room. I was there.
Oh, he left it.
Yeah. He left the green room. There was someone he was fighting with. I'm trying to remember who, but I just remember he gave a whole thing about like how he can't abide it, and that he considers everyone in CG and everyone who does stuff, and how Elliot's a good friend and he's there for him, but he can't stand here. Stuff's gonna happen.
Oh, okay. So I thought Elliot kicked him, but he left.
No, I left because Riley was continually adding me. When I blocked Riley and asked for no contact, and he was talking about operations and boots on the ground, and at the same time that in the same window and everything that other people are making death threats and abduction threats about my children. And so I sort of said, no, I'm not doing this. And on top of that, to repeatedly have the shit keep being thrown in my face and no one said anything, it was very unprofessional and it was insulting. And I thought, I'm not going to respond to it or get into a fight with this person because it's bait. But the fact that it is now 5 instances of this being thrown in my face and no one has said anything besides, great content. I don't agree with the subject matter, but it's great you're doing that. That's the one thing that was said about it. And then 5 other shots in my fucking face. And I thought, you know what? I don't need to be in a green room where I'm being targeted by one of these people that is actively trying to agitate me and create conflict with me. I'm not being treated in a professional manner. And without making a big scene, I just left. I just left. And that's how I've been dealing with everything going on. The reality is, if you treat me with respect and professionalism, I will respond in kind. If you're kind to me, I will be kind to you. But I'm not going to put up with games and stupid shit. And I'm not a team player anymore. I was a team player and I kept getting fucking taken out by my own guys, right?
Exactly.
So, at the end of the day, people do not realize, like my beautiful wife said, Liam's an iceberg. You motherfuckers don't know what you missed. I suppose you can say, yeah, we're the Titanic. Oh, that's not a good example. Liam's going to sink everything or whatever. You can go with metaphors like that. But I am good at what I do. I'm sought after. I work hard and I take care of my people. And I'm not going to be disrespected by nonsense, and I'm not going to put up with being treated like a punching bag by a bunch of, unemployed, childless weirdos. And if people, and psychopaths, and if people are not going to
Really
stand up
dangerous
for me
people.
when this shit's going on and it's involving my children, then what am I even doing? It's not much of a network or a support base or anything like that. If little kids are allowed to be targeted and then their parents are blamed rather than the people attacking their kids, right? That's the issue. That's the fucking reality. And that's why I left Elliot's room.
But I don't know if Elliot said anything about it. I'm not too sure. I'm not going to speak.
No,
for him.
I mean, like, I'm sure being in some of these rooms, like people get into shit all the time. Or I mean, like Don Draws left the room just because we talked too much. I don't even think anyone was fighting. It was just too many notifications.
I
had
had
fun the other day.
I had Mike Wheeler clear a whole fucking room out for me, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, that was me. I like jump first because like I've got a lot of stuff going on in my personal life, and there was like walls of text of like fighting, and I was like, do you know what? I ain't got fucking mental capacity for this, and just walked.
Mike came in that room and just fucking it was fun. I laughed at it. I laughed at it.
Yeah, now I look back, it was funny, but like at the time, I was like, I don't need this. I really don't fucking need this.
Yeah, people are like, but Matt. But Mike should run a service. Like if you want your back room to be clean, he will clean it for you because that motherfucker did. He did, man. He nuked that motherfucker. But Matt, man, I like to think you throw it on, man. You because I didn't know how the relationship between you. I know you're working on the Fans Fest, right? And I know you're a busy motherfucker doing this shit. And I think the least thing you need to be doing is going on streams trying to defend somebody who's doing delusional shit, right?
Well, I mean that's like the crap I keep saying on streams. Is it's like doing something like this.
Delusional shit.
Yes. One gun did.
Yeah, delusional shit, one gun. The cops are make-believe, man. It's all pretend. Fuck off. Again, do you guys see why this guy's cut off? Delusional. Fucking. Sorry, Shady. I'm going to let you do this stream. I said you do it.
It's 2 years to do crap. Like, if you want it to be successful, you want it to have, like, high-end quality to set up an event, you need, like, 2 years, just And so, I'm lucky that I, have so much infrastructure, but I'm still pretty much trying to move mountains here. Just, plan everything and get people and go places. Like the amount of time I can spend, like when I'm typing on Twitter and shit, it's usually moving from one place to the next, or when I'm sitting at my desk waiting for a response from somebody.
Right.
And, so it's getting ridiculous kind of having to jump on and do like therapy streams and try to figure out like, am I going to have to like, I have great security, I have a bunch of freaking cops who, work on their off time, but.
Well, to put this in context, you had to deal with a lot of stuff. And I'm not talking about like the whole, putting together and producing the show, but you have to put up the shit like Tony saying coming there and he's going to fight Cynic.
Well, no, that's the point I was getting to. That's what you like. I have this great security team, but I don't want to fucking.
No, the comic book nerds, they're not really going to fight, are they? They say that, but
he's a nerd. Have you ever watched a nerd fight? I mean, really?
Yeah, a lot actually. Yeah.
Do nerds really fight?
I've worked in a few gaming hobby shops in my day, man.
Yeah, you see the embarrassing fight between nerds. It's funny, It's funny,
I still don't want that. Like the goal here is to, Comicsgate is radioactive enough as it is to the mainstream, and mind you, it's better than it was because the further things get from that time, the less you can really say they're a hate group. We're a hate group, whatever. But
you have black people these days
to be able to get these casinos and stuff to even do business with us. And the last thing I want is a bunch of idiots throwing down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So all the talk about fighting people and going to this comic, Did
I just robot? Yeah, my connection got lost. Sorry.
Yeah, your connection's kind of way in there. But don't do it, folks. Don't say stupid shit about the Fans Fest. Like, this is like the most professional thing I've seen go down over in a long time. And Matt's doing his best to make this a professional event for everyone to come. Did somebody just join in? Did somebody just?
No, I just laughed at Son of White in chat. He went slap fight.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
I think Matt.
Yeah, I'm back.
Matt?
I think. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah. can you
okay.
hear me?
Yeah, so-
I started robot in there.
Yeah, I think what you're doing is good. It's never been done before. I think they tried it, and then we got the Dungeoneers. But this time, you're actually going to put on an event, a venue, where people who are fans of a lot of Comicsgate folks are going to be there, and people can interact with their fans. You know, and I think it's a great idea. I think it's a fun idea. The thing about it is, you're doing your best not to let this shit collapse, and I applaud you for it. You know. Even though you got like when you first did it, you had Vicky like coming out, Vicky and a whole bunch of other people coming out like it's not going to succeed, it's not going to do this. I'm like, well, give it a chance. Give him a chance. He's not doing it for you. He's not doing it for the people who hate CG. He's doing it for the people who actually care about this place existing.
Well, I'm trying to do it for indie comics in general. I feel like look at what's happening, like in the comics industry. It's just kind of continuing to go downhill. And there's still good books and stuff. Like shit. Like I probably spent like $1,000 on shit from Top Cow in terms of collected editions and stuff. But it's still like conventions, all of them, all around. C2E2, New York, San Diego Comic Con. They're all getting smaller. They're all downsizing. And, over the years, more and more of them have been less and less about comics. It's like they all brought in the anime and they bring in, and there's so many celebrities. And after a while, you realize a lot of the crowd.
That's what happened to San Diego. Because the first time I went to San Diego was 1999. And it was fun as fuck. It was hardly any celebrities there. The only celebrity I met was the guy from Buffy the Vampire, her mentor, what's his name?
Giles or whatever.
Yeah, Giles. I met him. It was just like when the celebrities were there back in 1999, it was like very few of them. But the rest of them was all about comics. Then we get to 2022, and it's nothing but it's all Hollywood slop. That's all it was. Like the comic, the artist alley got smaller. Vendors got smaller, and it was more towards all of the Paramount.
Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers. They had
all the Disney shit.
Booth. And that was the last year I went, 2022. I was not gonna spend money to come out here to a fucking media coup. I love the San Diego Comic Con. The fact I stopped going because I saw the direction it's going. Now it's damn near almost 30 years later, and it's like it's bullshit. It's even more bullshit. Do you know how hard it is to get a table there now? You need to have like 10 grand to get a fucking table there. I'm like, who got that money? Who?
Well, yeah, San Diego's nuts. New York, you can still do for a few hundred, but it's still fucking ridiculous. But
the wait, the 5 to 6 year wait list to go there now. Instead of just showing up saying I need a table, come in with your books and your art and stuff. Like I need an artist alley table. Oh, here you go. That's the way it used to be. But fuck that, it's over. It's fucking over.
Yeah, no, man. New York, man. I used to have booths at New York pretty much every year since 2006, 2007. Freaking, I was next to Willis Portacia 3 years in a row. I got to hear him talk mad shit about Todd McFarlane.
One gun loves Will.
Hey, don't talk about my friend Will. Even though I've only met him like twice in my whole lifetime. Don't be talking about my friend.
I think.
Do you love the one?
No, it was funny. He was working on
cons and stuff. Fine, that's enough.
I just see the chat.
Let's see what the chat's doing.
Yeah.
Over here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the show. My name is Liam Gray. We have finished doing that for the moment. I'm here with my beautiful wife.
Hope that was okay, honey. Hope I helped you.
Yeah, you always help and just tell them what's fucking going on. You know what I mean?
All right, let's see what everyone said now.
Let's see what people think.
Thank you for listening, everyone, by the way.
Yeah, appreciate it. Always DTF says, hello.
Hey, Dalton.
How you doing, Dalton, mate? John Porton comes in.
Oh, yes, you're good too. I remember sending a book to you.
Yeah, that's John Porton. He says, hey, buddy. These people are really stupid, he says.
Yeah, they are.
He is telling him to stop working with you, says Dalton. Yeah. King of Squibs.
Oh, yeah, another good old mate.
Yeah. There is a garden path, and they lead each other down it.
Yes, Alice in Wonderland. I had this on.
Matt is going to go with what is popular, not what is profitable.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, that's one opinion. Want to know what's going on with Liam? Ask Liam.
Whoa, that's a big question. Oh, really?
The
He asked you.
Well, they've made sure that's not a viable option by
That's
smearing me
too
as a
obvious.
liar.
Yeah.
By making me a liar, the leading expert on Liam becomes all the people talking about Liam rather
Yeah,
than me or
'cause-
you or us.
Yeah, because you'll tell the real truth, and that's not exciting.
That's not as exciting as what they will come
They're
up
fun
with. Yeah.
stories they make.
John Porton says, I believe.
Oh, I
Thanks,
believe.
Johnny boy. How you doing? These people are really sick, says John Porton.
Yeah.
Matty I says, hail. Hey, Matty I, coolest
Oh, you're
motherfucker in the
here.
game. Yeah, the gang's all here.
Oh,
by the looks
I
of it.
love you guys.
Dennis says, what? Nice narrative, Matt. John Porton says, they all base their reality on hearsay because they are too mentally lazy to do their own research. And the hearsay is always more juicy than the actual truth, except, you know, I suppose you would think that the story of a lone koala man and his family in Australia being harassed by fucking psychopaths online would be the story everyone would be interested in, but I guess not. You know what I mean?
It's weird.
It's,
very strange.
Very strange people, you know. King Squib says, new project, Liam Gas. This is the first time I heard about it. John Porton says, wait till these simpletons figure out that the aliens are real. I'm starting to understand the truth of what was kept secret for so long. People are really stupid. Always DTF says, he makes money off sympathy. Look at how much Liam gets in super chats versus how much the church get by spitting bile. It is clearly not something you are trying to make a living on. Correct. You figured it out.
Oh,
You figured it
you
out.
see, you have brains.
Exactly. Is One Gun reflecting on FFS there, as in give them no money and they will stop? Probably, you know. I mean,
His little
you
elf
know.
man.
that is what Cynic said, you know, on when he was with Dick Masterson, that it's about the super chats, right? I think Ellie's getting up. You want to go take care of her, and I'll power through the chat.
My back's gone.
Oh, I'll pop it back in. Hold on, come here. Okay, on three, ready?
Oh, that's better.
Yeah, that's better. All good.
Oh, yeah, you're taller.
You are taller.
Oh.
Fixed your back.
Oh, you're a good husband.
Yeah.
You're good.
A little bit of koala kai in there.
Yeah, that's the way.
We'll get through the chat and end the stream.
Yeah.
Careful you don't bump that cord there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay. Matt is likely following marching orders. This is framed in a way that you will say no thanks to FTF so Ethan and Matt can blame it on you. I guess, okay. Seems not very fair. Collie Hond. Hey, Liam, how you doing, Collie? Dennis says, even if a kid throws a temper tantrums here and there, that is normal. Kids get tired, hungry, even when too happy. Any change in their routine can lead to a temper tantrum. A man of the age, Matt, should know better. But again, marching orders, so sad stuff. Feltzel says, my son got nicknamed Ninja because if we took our eyes off him for a second, he'd disappear. Dennis says, buy her jewelry. Arcadian says, hello, Liam. How you doing, Arcadian Comics? Dalton says, you're a good man, Liam. Going up against a lot of bad men. Any apology will just be used as a weapon. I've learned that the hard way. I'll never give another apology. Not again. Not ever again. King of Squib says, I heard something earlier today. Trolls do not spend money. It's true. They will on super chats to gas people up into like a frenzy. But they generally aren't here to buy books. That is the truth. You guys are. Every single person commenting in my chat so far, I know has bought at least 5 of my books. At least. Is One Gun doing a post of his process like Red Bruin did? I don't know. Nor do I care. Oh, damn it. It would be so fucking funny if One Gun turned out to be a tracer too. Don't know. That sounds like One Gun was a mole. That Gemshot piece, One Gun, pretty much looks like AI. Well, if you run it through an AI detector, it gives you 100%. So I mean, they're not always accurate, but I mean, Pitt looks like a generic muscle guy. One gun did. For grown-ups with a full set of legs, normal-sized legs too. Town Cry says, "Hey Liam, I hope you're doing well." Yeah, man, just have an easy day. We're meant to go to the cops, and now Elle's awake. So I suppose we'll have our dinner and do that, which means we're probably not going to get back until, oh God, like 10 or 11, which was annoying. But Elle had a big sleep to the middle of the day, so we thought we'd take the time to stream while we had quiet. I let my wife address a lot of the bullshit claims that are going on. So laugh out loud at wife throwing shade. My wife is a fucking sweetie. She doesn't like doing it, you know what I mean? But it's like, she's been through this too. You got to understand, it's not just Liam. It's not just Liam. It's me, my wife, Sina, Elle, even my in-laws have been through a lot of this. Psychology is an unsteady foundation as it is. Hope is not support. Keep going, Liam. Thanks. How can One Gun say he supports Liam with a straight face? He just posted a list of accusations to the world. He posted a list of accusations to the world that have been previously debunked, and he posted them several times over the course of 2 days, right? So, I'm involved in this. Dennis, Oompa Loompas, yeah. Oompa Loompa damn autocorrect. Pump da Goomba. I would react like this, closed captions at this point. As opposed to the non-paperback books in stores. Did not, said Town Crier. I've never seen Liam with a vice, no stains. I've got vices, but I don't drink. I don't smoke. I'm not addicted to negative attention. I'm not addicted to the internet. I'm not addicted to my self-destruction or heroin, I just am a dude, you know what I mean? People need to represent my tenacity and unwillingness to compromise and unwillingness to back down as a form of some sort of addiction so that they can try and paint it as a negative fault rather than a man that is unwilling to compromise, in the name of protecting his family and what's his. And I won't, because that's who I am. Family can piss you off sometimes, but it doesn't change your love. This is correct. This is right. We've all had fights with siblings and loved ones, and at least I'm not screaming at my wife or beating her like some people are, you know what I mean? One Gun had to correct N2 paints. I'm using gosh, I'm gonna be tired driving. That's not good. Elle just woke up. So guy couldn't last a day of not shit talking. It's true, Has One Gun said anything true this whole time? No, I don't believe so. A very few things. I believe that he enjoyed talking to me creatively. So that, I guess. But we have heard this all before. Unblock us, Liam. We want the best for you, retards. So this is the problem too, King of Squibs. These guys think that I'm like a first-year rookie on this, and that they're going to convince me to keep making the same mistakes over and over again because they think I'm retarded and disabled and brain dead and all this other stuff. And they think that they can convince me to compromise, and I will never be in that situation again. The reality is, you kiss up to me and you're respectful towards me. At the very least, you're respectful towards me. And, that's it. That's your options. If you don't like that, see you later. Kick you out the door by the butt. Because access to me is a privilege. I know that really upsets people, but there are a lot of people that want to spend time with me. And not everyone's worthy of that. Not everyone's tall enough to ride. I'm sorry. House of R, long time no see, says, I haven't been keeping up. What's new? Big old mess, mate. Big old mess. It's a long time no see. You're going to have to probably go back and watch a few of the streams when you got the time. But I don't foresee myself streaming much after this, to tell you the honest truth. And as you can see, no more video ever. No more video for anyone. Sorry if that's boring, but that's just how it's going to be now. And yeah, just basically done with the shit. Like I've said, everyone else have their day. Let them have their victory. I'm saying you've won. I concede. I step away. You've won. But that doesn't mean you get to come into my house. My boundaries are still up, and I don't want you here. Now I want you to go over there and succeed and show me how wrong I was about everything. But rather than do that, they're struggling hard to get at me as hard as they possibly can because they don't want to prove themselves out there. They don't want to prove themselves. It's easy to attack other people than succeed on their own. Nothing new under the sun. One Gun posted a list of old accusations against Liam. Now this Matt guy is wondering, how did it start again, while literally talking to the guy who started it? Correct. You are more surprised that all these people continue to lie or that other people believe them. The latter. Honestly, what boggles the mind is how it is that like people can hate someone so much. This is a failure of the human animal. You know, this is how the Nazis got in power, right? But it's like that, like people can be like, we hate this guy so much or like this other guy so much that rather than look at truth or facts, we're going to allow other people to shape reality for us and ignore what's actually going on, you know? King of Squib says, Micah, I play checkers, not chess. Curtis, you know? Dennis says, ha 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 ha, rail that pillow biting mouth, go on. The darker half says, hey Liam, what have I missed? Not much, man. We're just wrapping up. And Town Crisis, thanks, Liam. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hit like. I want to thank everyone for your sympathy super chats, for all of the super chats I got this stream, just for all of the sympathy that you guys had for me. You know, I want to give that was $4,000 from Dennis Rodriguez. You know, Liam, there's my condolences, my sympathy. I got $11,400 from King of Squibs. My condolences, my sympathies. You know, Fetzelbug, thank you for your $700 for your sympathy. You know, I appreciate it. You know, Oyes DTF, that's $2,800. My condolences, my sympathies. Thank you for your support. You know, and Town Crier, $146,000. It's a super chat. Thank you. Thank you. And he just says, you're a fag, Liam. Damn it. Oh, damn it. But thank you for your money and your sympathies. Everyone, you're great. In all seriousness, like these people are idiots, not you guys, but like the people doing this stream where they're like, you know, like One Gun and all of that. They have a fundamental misunderstanding of the entire circumstances. I hope that Matt figures out what's actually going on and switches his brain on and actually works it out. But if in the end I'm not invited, you know, if the end they don't want me there, they don't want John Malin there, and they don't want Liam there, then okay, you know, it's too bad. I was looking forward to seeing some folks who are there and having a good time at Jersey. You know, I was looking forward to having a good time and catching up with the fans. But maybe we I don't know. I got no other plans really. We'll see what happens. You know, we'll see what happens. But you know, who knows? You know, will Liam be there? Won't he be there? Fucking, it's a mystery at this point. But I'll tell you what Liam won't do, be disrespected and blamed for things other people do. Just not doing it. Just not going to entertain it. Again, I have showed medical documentation from the hospital showing that I do not have psychosis. I am not delusional. I am not paranoid. I'm not schizophrenic. I'm not a pathological liar. That I was in a state of emotional duress, which is caused by external factors beyond my control. Very different. And I'm currently not in that state. I'm perfectly healthy and fine. And I guess this was just an opportunity while our daughter was asleep for the wife to talk to you guys and give you her side of things about what's happening. And I think that's about all the sides that have really been covered so far. I don't think there's anything more that we can say that hasn't already been sort of said and known. Yeah. What is there, right? What is there? You know, there's enjoy Blocky, Zenith, and relax. I'm not in Grafton, so I have to get my a relative to pick that up for me, and it won't be a while before I get it, unfortunately. But I do look forward to it. Thank you for the blockies, Fizzlebug. And, Dennis sent $1,000 super chat saying that I hate One Gun and all of CG, of course. Okay. That's, thank you for your $1,000. Very, very, very well spent. I don't know what to tell you guys. You've seen and heard it all before, and I'm sick of talking about it and living it. And, everyone else seems to think they've figured everything out, and they want to run with everyone else's opinions and what everyone else says. And the truth is, most people just don't know dick. The people that think they do probably don't know shit, Coffee in your near future? I don't drink coffee. I don't drink coffee or tea. I drink juice. I'm a child, you understand? I drink water, lots of water, juice, milk. But I don't drink coffee or tea.
You haven't grown up yet.
Yeah, I haven't grown up yet. I've grown out, grown out of these pants. Jeez. But, all right. I just want to say thanks to everyone. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for spending time with us. And now it's time to spend time with Ellie. Where's my little peanut? You had a big sleep.
I had a big sleep day because I played my fence.
Can I get a big smile?
I still haven't woke up yet.
Nah, she's being a little sleepy. All right, wife, you want to say goodbye to everyone, and I'll close out Life with Wife.
All right. All right, then.
Want to say goodbye?
Yeah, I can say goodbye to you all. Right. Thank you for listening to me. And I'll say goodbye to you all. Bye.
Thanks for being here, guys. I'll catch you guys next time.
Yes.